We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blab. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and SideScrollersPodcast.com. Happy Friday to you, everybody. It is Finish Strong Friday. Here we are on this wonderful last day of the week. Are you ready? Are you? Good. All right. Hello, Blabs. Great to see you.
Hello. It's Bucket Hat Friday.
Oh, it's right. It is Bucket Hat Friday. How dare I?
Yeah, where's yours?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Okay, bye. All right. Hey.
Bye.
I'm gonna freak you in. I don't just stare at a chair.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a better idea. Hang on. Oh, wait. There we go. We just have a chair stream. It's fine. Okay, so what has he got there? He's got some Mario, some Blue Bonnet supplements, which, by the way, link in the description below. I don't know what...
This will keep the people interested.
Yes, they will definitely not leave now after this.
Surely.
No. Where is it? What's on the bottom shelf?
I don't know.
Oh, wow. That's kind of embarrassing. Never mind. Don't do that, Craig.
Blabs, I just want to let you know, every day, every second I have this on, I feel like my life is getting closer to death in an accelerated rate.
Really? So is that going to get Side Scrollers next week?
You can have it.
Okay.
I don't want anything to do with this. I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah, listen, I'm embarrassed for you with that hat. It doesn't suit you.
Yes, anybody who does
Yeah.
wear bucket hats should be embarrassed.
I look fantastic. Dude, everything I wear is beautiful. So.
Just saying.
Yeah,
I feel like
you can't pull it off, Craig. Sorry.
Oh, you're right. I feel like white LL Cool J circa 1991.
Start
right
rapping, bro. Get on it, dog on it. Pretend like you're Eminem and channel your inner blackness.
He's like, no, I
You
don't
hang
want
out
to do
with
that.
flawed enough. You can't do that.
Not going to do that. Not going to do that, Blabs.
I
Could, but he
canceled.
won't.
I feel like I'm offending people just by wearing this hat.
It is
Oh,
pretty offensive.
Yeah,
I
you're offending
agree.
us right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like look what you did, Blabs. Congratulations.
I didn't make you do anything. I just asked where was it.
No, she looked fantastic. You,
Thank
on
you.
the other hand.
Thank you.
Jeez.
I agree. I look like shit. I'm not arguing with you at all. I think this is a horrible look. I'm just saying.
But yet you went for it anyway.
Yeah.
You asked me. Vera, great to see you. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Part of the contract.
I'm great. I couldn't be better outside of wearing this stupid hat.
Yeah.
But
If I don't
It's
bother
rough.
Craig at least once a day, the jokes are off and everything. So part of the contract, guys. It actually is. Harass Craig 5 days a week.
100%.
I feel better now. There we go.
Mhm.
Let's go. Well, we're glad you guys are with us today. And Vera, obviously glad you're here as well. We got a lot to talk about today. First, I'd like to remind everybody we are live over at Rumble. We also have an X account. You could have found out that Vera was going to be here if you just simply follow us over at X. By the way, Blabs, where are we at over there on X? Are we close to 10,000 followers yet?
Please hold 3, 2, 1. We're at 7,287 followers.
All right, cool. Let's keep on going, man. Remember, you can watch the show over there as well, which is great. We also have an Instagram account, don't we, Blabs?
We do, so follow us for memes and clips of the show. Otherwise, you know what? Craig's going to wear the bucket hat for the rest of the year.
Oh, no. That's the worst
Yes.
punishment of all.
Yes.
Oh, no. We also have a Kick account. You can listen to the show over on Apple Podcast, which is great, and Spotify, which we continue to grow a little bit more over there every single day, which is awesome. You guys like the audio version of the show, but I encourage you guys to head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com, become a member over there. It is free to become a member. Becoming a supporter is the best place to support us over there. As you saw what happened with G&G and Nerdrotic and Ryan the last few days with all the hate campaign against them and them trying to get demonetized. That could happen to anybody in our sphere online at any time. So it's important to be able to survive off of YouTube. So anyways, head on over there and become a member and possibly support if you deem worthy. But If you don't, you can also hit the subscribe button over here on YouTube and join the 93,000. What are we at right here? In real time checking. I'm sorry. Blabs didn't update it. 94,471 subscribers.
Blabs, how could you do this?
Under the bus, bro. Fine. Look, I just did it.
Jeez.
That's my fault, Blabs. Sorry.
Yes.
I didn't update the thing you're supposed to update. Sorry about that.
The one time I don't do it.
Oh, man.
I'm just kidding, Blabs. 94,471, just normal men looking for common sense in the video game and entertainment space. Guess what? You're going to find it here. Let's do our best to get to 1,000 likes. You did update that, Blabs. Good job. On the run sheet.
You're going to punish for later.
I know. You just got to slap me. It's going to be great. I'm going to look worse than when I wore the bucket hat 5 seconds ago. But I would like to remind you guys, we do have some brand new merch available right now. And by the way, I started off as a little troll, but it's been selling well. People are digging the Make Gaming Great Again hat available right now at sidescrollersmerch.com. Also the other Patriot line of merch and the American Pride shirt and the normal men's shirt. And of course, my daughter's Let Us Skateboard shirt. So head on over there and check it out over at sidescrollersmerch.com. So with that said, we're ready to go. We got a lot going on today. You guys can come in ready to go. We had a big day yesterday, obviously. A lot of people were interested in what was going on. And I saw people on all sorts of outlets. Big ups once again to Jay, Drunk 3PO, for crossing 100,000 subscribers yesterday. That's spectacular.
I know. Congrats to him.
That's great stuff, man. He finally crossed it. He was teetering there for a long time. But look at Vara. Vara's just like straight up to the moon. What are you at, like 120 now or something like that?
115.
Whoa, man, she's flying. Good for you.
Yep.
You got to be up like 15,000 in the last month or so. You think you've been taking off.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's been like a month and a half. And then my X account, I've gotten like 5,000 or 4,000. Wow. So it's going.
She's a star. She's a star.
That's me.
There it is right there.
Triggering people, whether they're activists or, well, journalists are activists or developers.
Yes, journalists and activists are one and the same at this point.
They
right?
definitely are.
Oh, man, that's been fascinating to watch. Right off the bat, though, Snake Master says, Dear Craig, watch you say F you to a clown yesterday. Finally finished Just Cause 3 today. And I also bought AstroBot for PlayStation 5. Pure gaming bliss. Snake Master, AstroBot's going to be a great one. I'm telling you. I actually got some inside news for you guys coming up in a little bit. Tim came in and says, you're next. Let's get Side Strollers to 100K. Yeah, let's do it, man. We're closing in. Growing as a podcast is considerably harder. Look, people who want to come in on a day-to-day basis just for, the long-form fun conversation. We appreciate you guys legit for just hanging out with us for a little bit. And by the way, if you guys have anywhere to go today, just give us like 5 extra minutes. Just hang with 5 extra minutes today. Keep that runtime going. It's good. Two Gun came in. Look at that member for 47 months. Says, I've never been able to find time anymore to watch. Glad you're keeping it going, Craig. Glad there's other hosts too. Keep it up, everyone. Hey, Two Gun, great to see you. And hey, man, we're here ready to go. Side Strollers is killing it right now because guess what? Common sense is making its way back, which is great. Jason says that hat makes Blabs look cultured and yet somehow makes Craig look like an old guy. Thanks, Jason. Kyle says, all hail Craig, all hail Craig, all hail Craig, the one-man army slayer. Shout out to That Being Said podcast for the profile pic. All right, Kyle, thanks. Appreciate that. Ryan Soul says, sorry, Blabs, picking Vara in today's cutie. Don't make it weird, Ryan.
Oh, yeah, don't be weird.
Javi says, I enjoyed your stream with DSP, Craig. I don't even know what you're talking about. Absolutely Ready says, Craig, I sent you an email 23 hours ago. Did you check it? I'll need to look into that a little bit later. Sorry, I don't check my email all the time. Hell came in with a $10 direct donation. Says, being a normal man is offensive and bigoted to this mysterious modern audience I keep hearing about. Is there any place for us normal men anymore in this world of modern audience that totally really exists for real? Don't ask questions, bigot.
Yeah,
right,
true.
I am still waiting for the one member of the modern audience to be like, I'm here.
Yeah, I've joined.
I'm right here, guys. Here we are.
I have a Halloween request for you, Craig. Can you get like a plume or a pink or blue wig and put it on and be like the modern audience for Halloween?
That's actually brilliant.
That is.
I love the idea of being the modern audience for Halloween.
Yeah.
It's like the scariest thing
get
of
a
all.
bull ring piercing and everything too. And then we can just tie you up to a fence post and leave you out there.
I love it. I love everything about that. That's great. And
I'm putting it down on the schedule, okay? Halloween.
Sounds
yeah.
like a plan.
Let's see. Is Halloween like on a weekday?
It is on
It is. It's on Thursday. All right.
Well, it's like in the
Craig
it's like in the
is,
2022 Batman movie because
audience.
everybody's been memeing on that. It's Thursday, October 31st.
All right. It's in the schedule for you. Thursday, October 31st, Halloween. Craig is the modern audience.
Blabs, will you also dress as the modern audience?
Will
Maybe
you buy me a wig?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. I think
I'm
that's,
not spending money on a wig, but you
Fine.
can for me.
yeah, absolutely. It's a business expense. It's a
Yeah.
for the Halloween show. I think it's important that we all like last year. I dressed up as Razor. Remember that? That was fun. So, yeah. So yes, absolutely. The Legion of Corn says, "How's it going, everybody?" Craig, thank you for standing your ground yesterday and not just giving a mentally ill man what he wanted. There's a reason why June put Eternal Downfall in the title for his doc. You're the best, man. Thanks. Hey, thank you very much, Legion of Corn.
Bit odd.
Yeah, nice. All right, we do see every super chat, every direct donation, every Rumble rant. We'll read every single one throughout the show because you guys are great and we appreciate your support. That's how we're able to do this every single day, which is great, your support. So with that said, we're off to a great start. Blabs, please fill us in on today in video game history.
Well, we have two things. So Craig was all like, you need to do one for the movie. So let's start with the movies real fast. So this past week released over time, like this specific week, we have Shang-Chi, so starring X-Ray releasing back in 2021.
Wow.
We have It Chapter 2 releasing back in 2019. And we have Machete releasing back in 2010. So there's your fun facts for you guys today.
Nice.
And now moving on to the real stuff.
I want to talk about those really quick. You can't just bypass those. Hold on. Did Vara? Did you see any of those movies?
I've seen all of them.
Really? Okay. Which is the best of the three that you saw?
It Chapter 2.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it sweeps here.
Yeah. The first one was like legit freaky as shit, man. I saw that in theaters. I'm not a big horror guy. But when I saw that one, I was like, yeah, that's pretty damn good. I think that's the last horror movie I've seen, actually. Because I don't go to movies to feel uncomfortable. I like to feel good. I like to turn off my brain a little bit and see things explode.
That's not hard to do, is it?
No, it's easy breezy. Just pop it off.
Yeah.
But Machete was kind of like that. Machete, was it Danny Trejo?
Yes.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were to power rank these, just curious, since you've seen all three of these, power rank them.
It, Machete, Shang-Chi. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of Shang-Chi. I thought that it was okay. I thought that it had some moments, but I feel like that does not make up for the rest of the movie that is not good.
Well, I think we're gonna try to squeeze in some movies into this week in movie history on a regular, which is great. I asked Blabs to do that, and there she is, delivering in a major way right off the bat. Now fill us in on today.
Okay, so September 6th, we have Barbie and the
For
Magic of
fuck's sake!
Listen, I saw it and I was like, I bet you Craig has played this.
Oh yeah.
Surely.
Then we have Destiny 2 releasing back in 2017, and then we have Gears 5 releasing back in 2019. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Listen, I just want to say Monday, because I've done Mondays already. It's an absolute banger, and I mean that with all sincerity. Like, there are some really good things releasing on that day that you're all going to be happy about. So listen, you take some where you can get some. Clearly, September 6th is all about Barbie.
Yeah.
I see Craig. He's just very disappointed. It's kind of funny, actually. Look at him. You got something in your eye, big fella?
He's emotional over the fact that such a good game was on the list today.
My soul is starting to escape out of my eye, and I'm trying to keep it back in. Blabs, games that you missed today on September 6th include Turok 3, Shadow of Oblivion for the Nintendo 64.
Barbie.
What's that?
Barbie.
Okay. Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX 2 for the PlayStation 2. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of Roses for the PlayStation 2. Driver San Francisco. That's a pretty big one. For the PlayStation 3, Wii, and Xbox 360. That's 11 years ago. Resistance. Dawn of Man number 3 for the PlayStation 3. Gears of War 5.
Bitch, what is this?
You got one. There you go.
Listen, Destiny was, a pretty big game.
Yeah,
I played Destiny.
was.
Yes.
I mean, it
Destiny
still
was-
kind of is pretty big.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
the only player base right now is Adam. I kind of fell off about a year ago.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just like,
never
I'm kind of
got-
done with this.
I never got into Destiny 2, but I was really big into Destiny 1.
That one actually is releasing on Monday, X amount of years ago. Just fun fact. I did not include it on the list though because there's so many other options. But yeah.
Yeah.
There's also Blood Rain Betrayal for the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There you go. See, very
Yeah.
nice. Hey, but at least we have Barbie.
You know, and the best part is I've never played a Barbie game in my life, so I was just like, huh, look at that. They made Barbie video games too.
It's because you're not 6 years old.
Well, actually, funny enough, I was 7 when those games were coming out, so I was actually gifted the whole entire collection of Barbie video games.
And how is
up
it?
until
Are
that
they
point.
fun?
There
I'm
was a
genuinely
couple of them.
asking.
There was one Horse Adventures one that was actually pretty funny, and it's a meme in my chat now because I always say, hey, if the rest of these video games keep going the way they are, modern video games, I'm going back to Barbie, guys.
See? See, you guys? Look what I did. I created a conversation starter.
Hey, that's exactly what today in gaming history is meant to do. Start a conversation, which is great. Well, good for you, Blabs. Way to go.
You're
Way to
welcome.
go. And good for you, Vera. That's spectacular. You
How
always
much can we pay to make Craig play Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus?
Hey, Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus actually isn't the worst out of them.
But like on a serious, I'm genuinely
On a
asking. I would love
serious
Craig to do
note-
these things. Like think of it as like a locals exclusive.
Why not?
I'd like to see Vera play these games. I guarantee your audience would love to see you play these games.
She's like,
Yeah, I would. I remember them.
Vera's over here looking like she's playing Super Meat Boy on speedrun mode, just going all over.
Yeah,
You forgot the secret crown in the corner. You got to hit the
Yeah.
block 3 times before it drops down. Like doing all
exactly.
Vera's tips and tricks. Bruh.
Yeah.
well, that's a great question. Chad wants to know: can we play as Ken? Yeah, can you play as Ken in any of those Barbie games?
No, it is always actually funny enough, it's always
Just kidding.
Barbie saving her boyfriend.
For fuck's sake.
Hey,
It's
look at
always
that.
Barbie. Like in the Rapunzel game, you're saving the prince, you have to get like all the gems for his crown, and then like he's not turned into stone anymore. Stupid stuff like that. So actually girl boss before, and nobody complained about it.
So woke, it's ridiculous.
Because it's like a compelling story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Go Barbie.
yeah, compelling story. Ken turned to stone.
Right. Right. We need to save him.
yeah, listen, every 7-year-old's like, oh my God, Ken, no.
Yeah.
Oh my
Sad.
god. Well, great job today, Blabs. Hey,
Thanks.
also great. Captain YOLO came in with the $20 Canadian money. He says the phrase of having a goal at the end of every podcast kept me going when I lost my job almost 3 weeks ago. Let's go. Captain YOLO says managed to get a new job exactly 2 weeks after losing my job. Nothing can bring us normal men down. That's right. You got a goal. Go get it. Captain YOLO, way to go get it, baby. That's spectacular and good
Yeah.
for you. That's right. Excellent stuff. Excellent. Way to go, man. Love it. All right. Can I get some like big thumbs up in the chat for Captain YOLO right there? I think that's spectacular.
It reminds me of the song by Matthew, like Wilder, Break My Stride. Yeah.
That is a
Yeah.
good song.
It's a good one, Blabs.
You,
know
did
what's
not
also
seem
good?
amused with that one, Craig. You're like, yeah,
I don't
this
think he
song
knows the
slaps.
song.
Yeah,
I don't think he knows
it
the
either.
song. I think
It's
you're
such an
on
iconic
culture.
song.
Ain't no one gonna hold me down.
Oh, he does.
no.
No,
Oh, he
bless
does.
You
him.
got to
Alright,
keep
nice.
on moving.
But you gotta do it with more fun. Spunk.
Hold me down. Oh no. All righty. Okay. Glad we're here ready to go. We got a lot to talk about today. Starting off with, listen, this has been news for a couple days, but it's also been news pretty much since the internet started. But it has been confirmed that whatever we say is being listened to according to our friends over at Google and Facebook. Media company partner with Google and Facebook reveals they've been listening to devices to serve ads. Is anybody shocked by this in any way, shape, or form?
No.
In most moments of the day, there's a smart device within 2-inch radius of us. That means a smart device is likely within earshot when we talk about our plans for the weekend, how badly we need our kitchen remodeled. I think we all have those situations where we're like, hey, I really am interested in, I don't know, hey, you going down to the lake today? Okay, yeah. Well, maybe we need to get some life rafts. And then you get on your phone and it's like, oh, guess what? There's life. Why is there a life raft? Like ad. We've all seen this, and it's been denied over and over and over again. No. The devices are not listening. But here, I guess it's like everybody knew it, but just seeing it in kind of black and white is like, oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
Vera, you ever had anything like that happen to you before?
Yeah, I mean, I think that everyone does, though, where you say you want something or you're talking about something and suddenly, that's all the advertisements you're getting.
This is like this goes back to the old conspiracy theory thing where it's like, what's the difference between a conspiracy theory and reality? It's like 6 months,
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I mean, it's been longer than 6 months here, but people have been talking about this for a while, and everyone's always like, why would you think that? You're so crazy, you wacky, get your tinfoil hat off.
Well, it's cope. It's pure cope, because we all clearly knew that this was the case.
Yeah. Question for the chat. Did this ever happen to you guys? Of course it did. Please tell me your examples. I'm always curious. Blaz, what about you? Has this ever happened to you?
Oh yeah, all the time. But also, even like to further that, let's say you are with someone else and they make an order, and whatever that order was now appears on your phone, like as an ad on Instagram or whatever. It's like, what the hell? I didn't even like why. That happens to me a lot. That's weird.
Yeah,
that's just weird.
Wait, somebody orders something?
Yeah. So let's say you order like paper towels or whatever from Walmart.
Uh-huh.
All of a sudden, paper towel ads start showing up on my phone.
Right. Yeah.
That's just weird.
Yeah, I mean,
just because like some person or whatever won't have social media, so whoever else has the social media will pop up on their stuff.
Yeah. It's
weird.
It's not even that crazy. I mean, but like I always say, just because something is a conspiracy doesn't mean it's not true.
Do you know the term conspiracy theorist was put together by a government agency in the, I think, 50s, or I think it was after the JFK assassination. That's when the term was coined by a government agency to kind of discredit the idea of alternate theories.
Yep.
Doesn't that just make you feel really like the fact that terms like that have become mainstream? Did you know the term problematic? Do you know where the term problematic came from?
I don't remember. I probably knew at one point.
The term problematic was first used on the Fox TV show Glee.
Oh, okay.
Of all things. Of all things.
Of course.
Right. Well, speaking of problematic, there was a guttural reaction from Blabs when she saw this story earlier today.
Oh my God, bro.
As Linkin Park, the YouTube favorite from 2008, that was featured in all Call of Duty montages from 2008.
And Transformers.
Yep.
Yes. They have a new lead singer after Chester Bennington died a few years back. They are making a comeback, and it's not who you think. As a matter of fact, I have no idea who this person is, but it's not a guy. It's a girl, and her name is Emily Armstrong. And she is replacing Chester Bennington. First and foremost, Vera, do you have any, are you a big Linkin Park gal?
I love Linkin Park and a lot of the late 90s, early 2000s bands like Sum 41 and Blink 182, Paramore, Linkin Park. I love Linkin Park, and I don't think that we ever expected them to stop making music, this team of people, and then, of course, finding another lead singer, but they should not have continued with the name Linkin Park.
I don't disagree. As a matter of fact, I have a clip pulled up, and I don't want to get flagged for it, but I do want you to hear how she sounds. So we'll play just like a quick 10 seconds of this, and hopefully we don't get flagged for this. Here is the new lead singer singing Numb. This person says it just doesn't hit the same. We'll see. Give you a quick 10 seconds of this.
Every step that I take is another mistake to you. Caught in the undertow, just caught in the undertow. I become so numb.
So there you go. Oh, Blaz, what's wrong?
That's sad. It's so sad. Like I said, there's not a problem with her per se, but it just sounds like a cover of Linkin Park. It's not actually Linkin Park.
Yeah.
They were, like we were saying backstage, the chat, there was no way they were going to come out of this winning whatsoever, regardless of what they did. If they brought somebody else on, even if it was a dude, it would not have won over the fans. They would have been like, no, because there's so many people who love Chester. Obvioly, they should have just rebranded, done something else, left it as it was, leave it alone.
Yeah, like I don't think that she's terrible in some of the clips that I've heard, but on the flip side, it's just not Linkin Park. They should have taken like the name Lincoln and then did something else at the end or something and then Park. Like tried to clearly be like a spiritual successor to Linkin Park while maybe keeping the same kind of atmosphere of their older music, but not trying to continue the Linkin Park name.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to how when Nirvana, like after Kurt Cobain died, like pretty much
Yeah.
all the same guys got together and did Foo Fighters, right?
Yeah.
And I think that would have carried him just as much, but he was such a big part of the sound of Linkin Park. And hearing her sing, well, you're right, but hearing her sing, it really does, you know, it really puts an emphasis on how much he actually sounded like a woman, or just as far as his voice. I mean, or maybe does she sound like a dude? I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
I think they can do the scratchy type of thing. That's what you're hearing.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like Pink Floyd changed singers and they were completely different. And this is the problem they were always going to face is you are trying to still bank off of the legacy and the success, but it's just not the same. And it will never be the same.
Yep.
Well, they're betting on it's going to be the same. They want to take this to the bank and roll with it, baby. And,
they really shouldn't have. But again, there really was no way that they came out of this winning whatever they did unless they started a different band.
Oh, yeah.
Lincoln Dog Park. That's pretty
Oh,
fun.
so sad.
Good stuff. Tomak came in and says, why no Amazon? I did not want to buy a copy of Lost Child. I already got it from you. Thank you, Tomak. Appreciate that with the massive $20 super chat. Jason came in and said, last year I was joking around and said the best hat ever was a crushed blue velvet pimp hat with zebra trim and a large feather. When I got back to my computer, I had ads for blue pimp costumes.
Nice.
Oh, man. Nice. Well, thank you for that. Also, Ronnie Kennedy came in with a 10, says, have you guys seen the petition saying we are all busy that week? Wait, hold on. Have you seen
what?
Have you guys seen the petition saying we were all busy that week? Please re-release Concord. Will Sony fall for Concord in time? What is this?
There's a petition that someone started saying, Sony, we were busy last week, so we couldn't play Concord, so put the servers back up.
Wait, what?
I think it's fake. I think it's fake, but I've seen the images.
It's definitely fake.
But it's so funny that people thought to do that.
There's like all there is like a whole bunch of like Reddit posts and everything. It's no actual petition.
Hey, I have my copy. I went out and specifically bought it.
That's hilarious. Re-release.
So did I.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. And they're just hanging out right here, right next to me. That's my retirement, baby. We're gonna get to you know what? Let's just move on to Concord right now. Let's just get to it right now because I think it's worth talking about. So Concord is shutting down today, and there's an article on IGN talking about it. I do want to point out that right now you would think that this being the last day, people would be like, "Hey, this is my last chance to play this ever," right? And maybe somebody could potentially be streaming it and like go until they shut down the servers. You would think something like that would be done, right? Yeah. But it's actually the complete opposite. There's been a dramatic drop in players. There's only 40 people playing right now, which in a 5v5 shooter means the maximum would be 4 potential games happening right now.
Yep.
I would.
Well, today's the funeral.
Yes.
Yeah, today's the funeral. So nobody's showing up to show their support, their undying love. The last 5 minutes they can play it.
IGN has this article here, and it says fans wave goodbye to PlayStation flop Concord as it goes dark. I think they should remove this S. And,
right.
It's a picture of the Indian crying, the single tear from the 80s. It says Concord is set to shut down today, September 6th, and what players the game has remaining are waving goodbye to the shooter for only being able to play a couple weeks. Sony's shock decision to halt the long in development PC and PlayStation 5 hero shooter offline just 2 weeks after its launch amid disastrously low player counts and terrible sales, sent some players racing to nab its platinum trophy in creative ways. That was them jumping off the side of it. They talk about that. Now, okay, here's what's interesting. They have this right here. Would you play Concord if it went free to play? So what do you think the results are here? I'm going to click this, but Vera, what do you think? There's yes, the price is the only thing holding it back. I would definitely try it at least. No, I'm not interested in regardless.
Or other, leave a comment below.
Whoa.
That's just Concord in a nutshell.
Journalism. Let's go.
Belwo.
I had to pick the other just because of the misspell.
Hey, if chat, if you guys could please leave a comment, Belwo, we'd really appreciate it. That'd be awesome. Belwo. Nice.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so you're saying other, and what would your comment be, Vera?
I'm just picking it for the mistype.
Okay,
honestly,
just
I
for the
think in
memes.
all seriousness, it's gonna be no, not interested.
Okay, let's find out. Blaz, what do you think?
I would say no, I'm not interested because I've seen real gameplay and you can't fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what the results are. Oh my!
Sheesh.
Wow, that's a landslide right there, folks.
It is.
63% saying I'm not interested at all.
Wait, can we see what the comments were below? Like, can we read those? Did anyone write
I don't
anything?
think you can.
That'd been awesome, but like below.
The thing with Concord is that it was free to play. They had the free to play open betas and nobody played it. It was like 24, I think 60, so not even 2,500 players. So I just don't see a way in which them putting this back up and free to play would work. Now, obviously, they'd have to change the monetization system if they decided to make it free to play, because they'd have to put loot boxes in and battle passes and microtransactions, which is ultimately against what their initial goal was and kind of how they were marketing this title. But even when it was free to play, and there was 2 weekends it was free to play, nobody was playing it.
Well, so I don't think people aren't playing it now because but they've gone out just like you have and bought a copy, as this has become a collector's edition very, very quick.
Yeah.
Probably faster than any game has ever become a collector's edition. So Vera, you own one copy. Correct?
I do own one single copy.
It is, and it's in box and it's wrapped up and everything.
Yep, it's wrapped up.
So
I only bought it like 2 days ago after they announced the servers were going offline.
So me too. On Thursday, actually, during our show, I went out to different locations and tried to buy them. The thing about it is I went back yesterday to try to buy additional copies at Walmart and Best Buy, and they wouldn't sell them. They actually pulled them off the shelves.
Yep, because Sony recalled it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And with that said, so you may be asking yourself, how wealthy are you, Vera? Because now that you have a collection,
I mean, now that I got 25 grand in my pocket, allegedly, I'm sitting pretty.
Right. Well, let's check the eBay listings for this, as the game was $39.99, right? Yeah. Blabs, have you seen the eBay listings?
No, I love waiting for these on live.
Okay, excellent. Do you have any guesses on the value, just the general
Are we looking at the sold page or what people are listing them as?
We're looking at the listing page.
Okay, so I'm thinking everyone's blowing this way out of proportion and they're probably going to be like $20,000.
Okay, it's not that bad. I didn't know. Is there a sold page? I don't
yes,
even know
if you go on your filters to the left side and you click like show more, there's like a solds.
Okay, I still don't see that, but we'll do that here in a second. Right now on the listing page, currently they're listed at like 120, at least $100 along the way. So Vera, congratulations! That ROI, that $40 has tripled just that quickly. So
hey, worse for me.
Yeah, if we can turn this around. I do, I have 2 copies, so like I said, this is going to be a very poor retirement for me, but. I will definitely take it. Maybe be able to go out. Oh, this one's going for $7,500, and it's the last one. You better hurry.
Yep.
So you better
FOMO.
better get on it.
So if you want to see what's actually sold, if you keep scrolling down, Craig, you will see. Keep going. Okay, stop. It says show only. If you look at that, it says sold items.
It says sold.
So select that, and then it's going to refresh. And it's going to show you everything that's actually sold.
Yeah, people are actually buying them.
Yeah,
$300 for the controller, though. Whew, that was an $89.99 controller.
Man, the ROI on this return on investment, killing it,
that.
man.
Oh, look at the controller. Look, Craig, did you buy yourself a controller, by the way?
I didn't get the controller. No.
Well,
I
it's
didn't.
like after the Titan submarine happened and the Logitech controllers were taken off the market, and then people were reselling them. It's the same thing.
That's funny.
Pretty impressive, though. I'm just saying, like, I think it's, those who went. This one did not sell for $50,000.
Best offer accepted. That's hilarious.
What do you think that realistic best offer was for the $50,000 down here? Do you think it was
Sadly,
like,
we would actually never be able to know because they don't release best offer dates, but it's probably like $100.
Probably, yeah.
it's like $49.99 and a bag of Cheetos? It's like give you some Doritos. It's real gamer fuel for you to play Discord. All right, well, rest in peace, Discord. Rest in peace, Concord. We hardly knew you, but we also knew everything about you.
I like how you're still Concord Craig too, by the way. That's fine.
Absolutely. I listen, I am the preeminent Concord fan.
The number one.
Does anybody else own 2 copies? No.
No, everyone else is saying.
But now you need to get a custom hat with the Concord logo on.
A bucket hat.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm not, guys. This is my last appearance. Make it last.
This is my last appearance.
He's all upset. He's like, damn it, I have to go get myself a bucket hat now. Yeah. Bucket hat Concord Craig.
I will get a Concord hat. Well, I will find the logo and I'll put it on a nice black hat so everybody knows what a big Concord fan I am. It'd be great. Well, anyways, rest in peace, Concord. We hardly knew you. While still, like I said, knowing everything about you, which is crazy. So sad day for all you out there. It's not sad is Ian, who came in with the massive €50 monies. Says, comment Belwo, I will miss you, corn cod. Let's go, Ian. Hey, give it up for corn cod over there. That's awesome. That's spectacular. Thank you very much, Ian. Greatly appreciate that. That is great. Also, Archivist came in with the $25 direct donation. Says, since we're talking about Concord, a bad game getting canned, let's also talk about a good game being canceled called Project. He actually said Project. Should be Project Dragon. 4 months away from early access. It looks so unique. Unlike Concord, Pirate Software did a video about it.
I do not know what that is.
It says Project. Porgect.
Yeah, but it's actually called Project Dragon. I see the video from Pirate Software. But I don't know what that is either. I've never heard of it.
Well, it didn't get to early access, unfortunately. Well, thank you, Archivist. Appreciate that. Ian, let's get you on the wall, my friend. We're going to the green today. There you go. Get you on the wall. And love that. That's spectacular. That's great. Speedy Cake came in with the 10. So speaking of old games, I spent $130 on a PlayStation on a PS3 Slim yesterday to play Metal Gear Solid 4, even though I had a waste fucking hours fucking about to buy it off a PS3 store via gift card workaround. Speedy Cakes, congratulations and enjoy your MGS4. Good stuff. All right. I'm gonna bypass some of these quick hits we had, Blabs, and just go straight into some of this hard-hitting journalism today, just so you know. But first I want to put Ian on the wall. I do want to talk about we talked about failures for the Xbox, or for the Xbox. We talked about failures for the PlayStation 5, and Concord is obviously, probably not just the biggest failure in PlayStation history, one of the biggest failures in video game history. People talk about ET all the time, and for me, like, people talk about how ET was like, it broke down an industry, right? Mm-hmm. I think that Concord has the possibility of doing the same thing as far as a dramatic shift from live service games, and also the idea of it didn't fail just because of the DEI and the wokeness. We all understand that, right? And I do think that played an element into it. But I do think it does mark a cultural shift when it comes to video games. But we talked about the losses. I do want to talk about the wins. And the big win right now that is released today is AstroBot. Vera, have you heard anything about AstroBot?
I have heard quite a lot about AstroBot. It looks very good.
And what have you heard about it?
Well, I had seen the trailers at Gamescom and over the past couple of months at the different not the award shows, but like the gaming showcases and stuff, and it looks pretty decent. I know it comes out. Did it come out today or does it come out tomorrow?
Today. It comes
I
out
was going to say, I
today.
thought it was today because companies have been shifting release schedules. Sometimes it's Tuesdays, it's Thursdays, or it's Fridays or Saturdays, but it looks good. I haven't seen any scores yet, but I don't trust critic scores. I only go off of what gamers say, so I'm sure that we probably won't get enough of those to, have like a general opinion on it until later. I'm not going to be streaming it at launch just because there's so many other games to get through right now, but it is a game I'm going to stream eventually.
Right. Well, the way that I've seen AstroBot described is it's like a Mario Galaxy and like Mario 64
Yes.
for the PlayStation.
And it's got a lot of different franchises within it and different characters and inspired by different franchises.
Right. And you mentioned how reviews from critics aren't exactly the the most trustworthy and such, but the reviews have come out and via OpenCritic and Metacritic, they're sitting at a 94 and a 95 right now.
Yeah, which is fantastic. And a broken clock is right twice a day. I'm sure that this is also going to get fantastic reviews from fans. To me, I still just, even if it's super positive, I just can't trust critics. I just can't.
Right. And you can see here that I think the best way to describe the game also is it's kind of like a love letter to the PlayStation as a whole.
Oh, yeah.
And, tremendous fan service associated. We see Crash, dancing with AstroBot right there. And you see the Ape Escape monkeys in the background, and I think that's really, really fun. And I think it's something to look forward to. We talk about, games that suck all the time, but I do think it's important to highlight positive games and games that you want. And games that we want to see.
The only thing I will say is Sony, you little rats, why did you put a Bloodborne bot into this game, a Bloodborne skin, but you will not do anything with Bloodborne ever again? You guys suck. You guys really know how to piss people off.
You little rats.
They are.
You Sony, you little rats.
Yep, they could give us anything, Bloodborne, and they're like, yeah, I guess you get a skin in AstroBot. Thanks, guys. We're really appreciative.
Well, speaking of, I did want to show you that skin. I don't know if I'm sure you've already seen it, but here is the Bloodborne skin that the bot itself. You can see it here. It's there's skins all throughout this, or little bots that reference games about it, which is. I've always been a big fighting game guy, and there's also fighting game references.
Yeah,
well,
I think that's awesome. I think that it's a cute way to give fans something that feels nostalgic, but also new and fresh. And there's just a lot of fan service, which I think is great. But I also say, Sony, you suck, because just give us something Bloodborne, please. And thank you.
Nice. Definitely, Vara definitely does not hold a grudge when it comes to Bloodborne.
No, I don't. Never.
But you can see the references to Tekken right there. Obviously, Street Fighter in this situation. But I do love this idea of kind of going through and finding your little PlayStation and fighting game characters as you go through. This looks like a fun game that, look, I think games are best. I love bright, colorful, fun platformers. This looks like a game that I would totally be on board with.
Yeah, I like the dark, dreary, murdering, going and fighting demigods in Elden Ring and Bloodborne. But I also like bright and colorful games, just kind of polar opposites.
Give me death.
Yes, give me death. Make me have to fight a boss 80 times because I'm trash at this game.
Well, speaking of death, let's go to the other big hit that's been released over the last couple weeks, and that is Black Myth Wukong, which has sold 18 million copies in its first 2 weeks, one of the fastest selling games ever. Revenue is estimated over $700 million. I think is the game $60?
The game is $60, yes.
Just basic math on that. I think that doesn't really add up. $60 times 18 million. Just want to throw this out there real quick. Let's see. Let's say I know it's 60. Let's see. Just doing quick math. Yeah, that's over $1 billion in revenue. Now, 30% plus from the platforms and stuff. So
I think what they're doing here is a week or so ago, we had heard Game Science say the revenue was over 700, but that was when there was 10 million copies sold, and now they're saying there's 18 million copies sold, but I don't think that revenue number was estimated. I don't think that this is via Business Insider. I don't think that they actually did the math, because that would be more kind of in line with the 18 million copies, but yeah.
That's great. Well, as you can see, the game's budget was $70 million. They 10x'd the return on that.
Yes.
Major expansion for the game is in development. Have you played through a whole lot of Black Myth
I
Wukong?
have not finished it. I am currently live streaming a playthrough. I'm closer to the end. It's a fantastic game. It really is as good as we were hoping.
There's the thing about Black Myth Wukong, which has been really, really interesting to watch, is the response. Obviously, there's the hit job early on by IGN, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the response from the journalist who wrote that about how upset they were that the game was succeeding, right?
Rebecca Valentine.
And that to me tells you everything you need to know about the state of journalism. We talked about how, journalism and activism is very much linked. And as a journalist, you probably, especially in the video game space, you shouldn't be hoping for a game to fail.
No. Nope. You should not be. And I get this comment a lot because, I do talk a lot about the problems that are going on in the video game industry, but I am putting up significantly more content with live streams and video games than I actually am with my videos. Yes, in videos, I am extremely critical of companies and predatory monetization practices, them pumping out really bad products, but I'm streaming 20 plus hours a week because I love video games and because I want video games to be good. And these people are not doing that. I've said this for years. I think it should be a requirement from companies that journalists have to upload a full unedited playthrough to their YouTube channel, or they have to live stream a full playthrough of the game that they are reviewing at launch like anybody else would. Or maybe they can have like 2 days early access, something like that, but they have to upload a live stream or videos of them playing it so we can see their genuine first impressions. And that's why I stream almost every single game I talk about. I mean, I stream Dustborn, Flintlock, Suicide Squad. I stream all of these games, but not all of them are bad. I stream games like Stellar Blade and Black Myth Wukong because I feel journalists should be held to these standards, so I hold myself to those standards.
You had a great post on X not too long ago talking about that, how you like, if you're going to talk the talk, you should walk the walk.
Yeah.
And in this case, you play the games. And I think that's, I think I responded like, you get it, right? You understand. And
Yeah.
I wonder, do you feel like if there was that requirement, the idea of you have to play the game, you have to show the game, you have to show your gameplay and or live stream it, do you think that would deter outlets from reviewing the game?
I do. I think it would deter them, and I think that it would force them into a corner where they actually have to hire people that are not simply activists. Because if you look at something like Black Myth Wukong, one of the articles that went up, this one is of course specifically by IGN, they were talking about how they felt in chapters 1 and 2 there were not enough women, and so they felt in total the game did not have enough women, which it just proves that they only played 2 chapters, because in chapter 4 it is all women. It's woman, 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 woman. There's like 5 of the Spider sisters, not to give too many spoilers, but there's a whole entire chapter based around female characters that they clearly did not get to, and therefore they basically just outed themselves as people who did not play the game. They need to be hiring people who are actually playing video games and care about video games. And sure, I can completely understand the fact that sometimes people do not grow up playing video games, but they end up coming to love video games. And you can still hire people like that. It's a new, fresh take, someone who maybe doesn't know all the lore of all these older games, like a Silent Hill 2, but they're playing the Silent Hill 2 remake so they can give a more fresh take. But then on the flip side, they should also have somebody who's played both.
I'm going to tell you this right now, Vera. when we get because I've said this before, we will develop a game in time. Like side scrollers will do some game development, and I will give you my word right now that a review requirement will be one of those two things.
Yes,
either
I
a
think
full gameplay or a live stream of it.
I genuinely think that's fair, and I think that is a very good look for these companies like Kotaku's, Polygon's, IGN's, because it shows that they are trying to make sure that their employees are doing their due diligence. I understand that they want to play through something weeks in advance. Companies should not do that. They should get maybe a week in advance copy, but they have to, again, stream it or do video uploads completely unedited, and after they can do their normal spoiler-free reviews if they want, but it should be there showing that they actually played through the entirety of the game.
That's super interesting. Well, obviously, when it comes to Black Myth Wukong, the response has been phenomenal. One of the fastest selling games ever. I remember hearing a stat with Call of Duty several years ago, probably a decade ago when it was at its height, that Call of Duty would make $1 billion its first weekend when it was released, and based off of it right now. And if that was just based off the sales from the first weekend. And I would be hard pressed to think, like, if you're selling 18 million copies of a game, you definitely have generated $1 billion. But for the development of it, the idea of the budget only being 70, I mean, holy crap. What an ROI on that, man. We're talking about how good we got it with Concord over here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, it's been fantastic for game science. I mean, they did face a lot of problems leading up to release, like the hit pieces, like their offices being vandalized. And that does, absolutely suck for them. But in the end, they came out as winners. And that triggers these activists even more.
Yep. And by activists, you mean journalists, right?
Journalists in quotes, but yeah, I mean, that's what they are. They can't get jobs at mainstream political outlets like an MSNBC, so they have to find a different industry to infiltrate, and that just happens to be video games because they think, oh, gamers are stupid and we can make money off of them, and that's all that a lot of these people, really boil down to, is just being activists.
David came in and says, I wonder if the Game Awards 2024 will pretend games like Wukong and Stellar Blade never happened. What do you guys think?
I think that they are too big to completely ignore regarding Wukong, but I think Stellar Blade will get snubbed. I mean, Hogwarts Legacy was the best-selling video game release of 2023, and they snubbed it. I think that Stellar Blade will get snubbed, but I do not think that Wukong will get snubbed. I think that it will be in the running. I don't think that it will necessarily win, just because we know that they typically pick more DEI games. Like this year, we have Dragon Age Veilguard coming out on October 31st. And while I hope that that is a genuinely good game, the media has only been saying positive things about it, and they're refusing to cover anything negative regarding it. So who knows, but I hope that these games get nominated, though after their performance with Hogwarts Legacy last year, I don't think Stellar Blade will be nominated, even though it should. In my opinion, it's a Game of the Year contender.
Well, I think, David, you gave me a great opportunity to say, fuck the Game Awards, because it doesn't really matter what they have to say. It only
100%.
matters what you have to say.
Yep.
Because that is why we have the Real Game Awards. So head over to therealgameawards.com, become a voting member. We literally had a board member meeting last night talking about it, putting together the dates, putting together everything for that, putting together some of the categories. So once again, the difference, the big difference, the big selling point between the Game Awards and our Real Game Awards is that the Game Awards, and people don't understand this, the voting system for the Game Awards is broken as fuck. The same people that write all these articles, the activists that you speak of, they hold a 90% weight on all of these categories. It's a 90-10 split as far as the weight of their vote.
Mm-hmm.
With our award show, the Real Game Awards, it's 100% done through voting members. Their media is not allowed to vote unless they become a voting member. And then they have a single vote, just like you. Everybody is even. It's true equity. right? It's true equity in the video game space. It's equality. So anyways, head over there, become a member. Appreciate you allowing me to talk about that really quick.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely on board, and I hope that everything turns out to be a smashing success.
I hope so too. I will not let it fail. I promise you that. Hey, Lewis came in and says, Sony remastered Jak and Daxter and My Life Is Yours. All right. Thanks, Lewis. I'll make sure to send that on to Sony and let them know. Appreciate that. All right. Let's move on. Speaking of activists, hey, Vera, I'm going to give you the floor to talk about takethis.org real quick.
Woo,
So fill us in on this organization.
Okay, how far back do we want to go? All right, let's start with the beginning of Gamergate 2. At the beginning of this year, of course, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League came out, and that really kicked off Gamergate 2. There were other launches before that, like Alan Wake 2, that got a lot of negative attention, but KTJL was really the pinnacle of the beginning. And so with Take This, they decided to release an article about responding to Gamergate 2. They are basically a gamer harassment organization who self-proclaimed fights against extremism in video games. And so they basically went on the tangent that the video game industry is filled with misogynists, and how the women who were at the beginning of Gamergate 2 specifically, in this case, it would be people like Kim Belair, who is the CEO of Sweet Baby Inc., and then other journalists like Alyssa Mercante, how they were facing harassment. These developers, these writers, whatever they want to call themselves, whatever they're, masquerading around as today. And then we found out that they are an organization funded by Homeland Security. But they put out this article. They were talking about the targeted harassment levied towards Sweet Baby Inc. and Black Girl Gamers, and how they basically just did not care about us as individuals and us as the paying freaking customers, and their team of people, whether they write or they create like these show concepts for Take This, are some of the worst people in the industry. As you can see based on this list, we've got the director of the G4 TV relaunch, someone from IGN and Game Informer, their localizer, a writer on Critical Role, so of course Wizards of the Coast. Then we have Tanya DePass, who was a Gamergater from a decade ago, and she's now the Wonder Woman game senior writer. She participated in the Hogwarts Legacy boycott and attempted to get GOG employees fired based on their opinions. And then you just have some other random people like Microsoft, BioWare, Google. You have Pete Hines, who's Bethesda. All of these people that have participated in studies and articles and these groups that Take This has started. But now we're actually finding out, funny enough, that Take This is begging for money, because if in the next, now it's 24 days, they do not raise $80,000, they're going to have to close. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. Boo-hoo, cry me a river and float upstream.
Right.
Yikes.
So this is pretty amazing, right? The idea that, this kind of literal activist group is asking for $80,000. And once again, they have this big, support mental health. They're waving this total virtue signal on top of everybody. And it's one of those, if you don't support mental health, you don't support us, you don't support mental health, and you're a part of the problem.
Right. Exactly.
Right? It says, help Take This from closing its doors. Give today. I'll just go and read this quick little rundown. It says, this might be the most bittersweet post I've ever written in my tenure with Take This. This week we bring Take This AFK room to PAX West again. We celebrate the 10th anniversary of the AFK room in Seattle. It simultaneously marks 10 years that I've been with Take This, first as a volunteer and then by the end of 2015, a staff member. It might also be the last time the AFK room happens ever. You may have noticed our plea for financial support earlier this year. As hard as we've worked to make up that gap, we still need significant help. Without your support, Take This and all our impactful programs will cease to exist. We want to highlight the impact your past support allowed Take This and our world-class mental health experts to make in the game community over the last 10 years. Here's a partial list. Blah, 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 blah. So they got the AFK program, and so you can see a list right there. They got to raise $80,000 by the end of September, or all this will disappear.
Ooh, so sad, guys. This is just so heartbreaking to hear.
It's tough
And
to see.
funny enough, back in March, when that initial responding to Gamergate 2 article had released, there was a woman who had written it and primarily sourced the information, named Dr. Cohort, and she has now announced, shockingly enough, she's moving on from the video game industry and she's moving to greener pastures. So exactly what we've said has been happening for years with these people. They're infiltrating our industry. They're trying to shove their narratives into it. And then when they either don't make enough money, they leave because they don't actually care about the industry. The jokes write themselves.
So on any website, I got a couple things here. Actually, they need $80,000, and they have a list of supporters here on their website, including all these. Why don't they? This is a list of 12, 14. This is 20 different companies, right? Why don't they reach out to these companies and say, hey, can we get $4,000 from each of you?
Well, I personally believe that they are simply trying to get as much money from individuals as possible, but then, like, 2 days after they said that they were going to have to shut down, they're going to go, thanks to a couple generous donors, and then some of these companies were able to stay afloat. I think that they're testing the waters to see what the general reaction is with the people that they clearly want to read their articles. You know, not us real gamers, but the sensitive snowflakes online, the modern audiences. So I think that these companies probably will give them the money. But, you know, who knows at the end of the day?
You know, as pointed out in the chat, we got some great comments. River came in and says, mental health experts with pronouns in the bio, run, right? Right. I want to kind of highlight this. You know, anytime you have a website, it's supposed to kind of give you a rundown. There's always some sort of quotes from users or people that have their services benefited from, or some sort of review. And if you scroll up here, go and read this real quick. Thank you so much for all the volunteers and for maintaining such a calm space. Anxiety can be triggered from anything, and it can be overwhelming to have the stimulation from the convention. But we don't want to stay away because PAX is so great. And like, it'd be one thing, you know, if there was a name behind this, but it's just PAX West AFK room user. Like, it's so generic, and I don't know. And by the way, that's the only quote they have. So maybe they're the only person they helped along the way. That singular anonymous PAX West AFK
Isn't
user.
Pax the name of the main character in Dustborn?
It also is, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Kinda
But
funny.
it reminds me, this all truly reminds me of the meme that was going around. I think it stemmed from 3 years ago, but it was at a convention, and on one of the banners, it's like, Pathfinder is this way and that way, and then it says Kotaku's journalistic integrity, and then it says 404 image not found. And it just reminds
Right.
me of that.
You know, you mentioned this a second ago, but the idea that Dr. Rachel Cohort is moving on, and this post was just a couple days ago, right?
Yeah.
The idea that she's moving on when the money's drying up.
Yep, exactly.
is amazing.
Yep. These people claim to care about video games and claim to care about the industry, but then as soon as it won't make them any more money, they skedaddle. They're out.
There it is, right there. I think you nailed it right there. Until they have a no longer use. Here's the list of their team members, by the way, from takethis.org. Very important we get their pronouns in here. Obviously,
Yes.
Eve,
Obviously,
she, her.
the focus.
What is okay? Before we scroll down here, Blabs, question for you: how many theys or thems will we see on the way down, or they thems?
I thought you were going to ask me if they were all white people.
I think there's a strong possibility of that.
I think there's going to be maybe 3 to 4 they thems, and a majority of them are going to be white.
Okay. Vera, I'm sure you've taken a look at this already.
Yes,
Okay.
I've already looked at it.
Okay, let's see how many they thems there are, and chat over under 4. We're doing a little gambling here. Over under 4 they thems as we scroll down. Now we don't know how many members of their staff there are, but let's find out. So we got a she her, we got a he him, we got a she her white, we got a oh boy is she white. We got Elizabeth over here. She's a PhD researcher, by the way. That's good. It's good. I don't trust her at all. Oh, we got one. We got a they them.
Yay!
There's one.
Good job, Annie.
Okay, Annie, there's one. Ding.
Annie, are
Right.
you okay?
No, she's not.
That's so out of pocket. So funny.
Sarah, she, her. Oh, Liz just doesn't have. She
Liz
doesn't
is
use pronouns.
based.
Yeah, yes. She looks pretty based there, Blabs. If I would say this lady is probably not based. We have another she, her, Laura over here. Once again, just for the reference, real quick, have we seen one minority here yet?
Maybe they have like 10% or something inside of them. We don't really
Well, it also
know, but-
specifies at the bottom that they're white, they're
Oh my
they're
God, it
queer,
says
they're
wow.
cisgender.
Wow.
It specifies what
Holy
they are.
Neurodivergent. That's hilarious.
Okay, hold on. Let's go
Start
back up.
again.
Okay. How many times are we going to see neurodivergent on
Every
this
single one
page?
of them.
Okay, let's see. How do you spell neurodivergent? By the way, neurodivergent is not a real term, by the way. So let's see. Neurodivergent. There's one. Oh, I count 6 right here on the top of the page. I got 6. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I got 6 on the search right there. Oh wow. So
You know, I always say this when I talk about individuals like this. It doesn't matter to me what you call yourself. It doesn't matter to me what labels you want to slap on yourself. The problem is when you start slapping labels onto other people or assuming, and you are making it the highlight of your personality. It's like in, writing in Hollywood. It's never just, oh, this person has a lot of depth and a lot of character. By the way, they're gay. It's always, oh, we're gay. We're part of this community. But then also, like, I kind of am a cool character.
okay.
It's priorities.
We got more to go here. I love
Can you
playing this
search
game.
the word white and see how many times it pops up?
Okay, I want to search the word queer.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Let's just see how representative of society this is. Okay. Queer. 7 queer people here, which, hey, whatever, you do you. Just saying, what kind of hold on, how can you be a queer
They're saying
cisgender?
she's a biological female.
Okay,
That's what
okay, that's
cisgender
what that
means.
means?
It's some
Okay.
insult and slur.
Okay, yes, okay, there
It's
we go.
degrading.
Okay. Now let's go back. Hold on. I want to go back to they thems. There's so many games associated. This is so much fun. So much fun. I love it. Okay, Annie is a they them. We have Liz, who's not. We got Laura, who is a right there. We got a he him. We got a she her. We don't have pronouns for these people. Right.
Oh yeah, Christopher has a he, him, and him.
Yeah, that's true. Christopher.
Christopher looks like Jamie Lee Curtis a little bit.
Oh my god.
Damn,
Just like that,
Blabs.
it's all I see.
Damn. Listen, that's not the Jamie Lee Curtis that I know. I know Jamie Lee Curtis. If you saw True Lies, Blabs,
All right,
you know.
Borderlands, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay. All right, we got Latia, who is also queer and neurodivergent.
She's
Man,
queer and she has no fear.
nice. Let's go. All right. We got her from G4 here. I guess no, are her pronouns G4? That's the bigger
She is
question.
all the G4.
The brand director of the G4 relaunch. That lasted very long for her.
She must be bros with Frosk.
I gotta be honest, probably wouldn't put that on my resume.
I miss Frosk. I wish she'd come back. She always had the worst takes. It was
she's
hilarious.
She is on my list of people to interview.
She needs
Definitely.
to come back.
Yes.
Her real
All right.
name is like Indiana, isn't it? Such an unusual name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still looking through here. Okay, so right now we only have one they them, which is
What is that? Wait. Does that man have a bow on his head?
No, that's just his hair.
No, that's his
Okay.
hair.
When
Yeah.
you were scrolling, it just didn't like the graphics were blurry. I was like, what?
No, but there we go. We got. I feel like we've learned a lot about the people here. And by the way, we definitely should do a man, does she look like a Twitch moderator? I'm just saying.
Maybe she's actually like a deer kind or deerkin, but she's just in hiding.
Yeah, the Safety Advisory Council. That one.
Maybe it's hunting season and she doesn't want to tell us she's actually a deer.
Oh,
Maybe.
that's
I don't know.
awesome. This is so good. Once again, just gotta. I want to point this out, right? I'm all about like, hey, if girls want to play, women want to play video games, awesome. But is this really representative of today's video game industry? Right?
No. Nope,
No, of
it's
course not. Is this representative of the consumer? No, of course not. I like the breakdown of this of male to female is drastic. I would say this is what eight females for every two,
Yeah,
two men?
I always say the best person for the job should get the job. And in this case, honestly, I think it happened because they're just virtue signaling fucks. So the best people for the job are here. So congratulations to them.
Okay, Vera, do you think they'll raise the 80K?
I think they will not raise it via fan funding, but I think at like 2 days before the campaign, even though they're not publicly displaying numbers, campaign closes, they're going to say that they raised it, probably because these companies shelled out money for them, their partners. So I think they'll be like, it's a victory, we own the chuds, and then all the journos are going to go, yeah, we did it, even though it was just companies giving them a little more money.
I think there's something to that for sure, for sure. What's this last post here? Right here, you said over. The editorial integrity right here from Kotaku back in the day. Dude, by the way, this was at MagFest. Have you ever been to MagFest before, Vera?
I have not. No.
So I started going to MagFest when right now it's at a huge venue. It's called the Gaylord. I don't know, Gaylord Palms or Gaylord Harbor. It's up in Washington D.C. at this big giant venue. But I started going. It's called MagFest, which is Music and Gaming Festival.
Yeah, but when is it?
I think it's in January.
January? I'll
Yeah.
go. I'd go.
It's fun. It is fun. But I started going to it when it was a really small event, and I know the guy who started it, and they've had several different owners over the years. But it's definitely changed. And the MagFest that I know would have not bowed to this Kotaku journalistic integrity thing. Didn't they pull it down, the sign, because it upset people?
They clearly, whoever had it printed had I'm gonna sneak it in there, something funny, and then they pulled it after only. I bet that honestly they put it up, took a picture, and then they instantly pulled it. That's what I would assume.
You may be right. But they definitely pissed off some people over Kotaku.
They did.
But that's okay. If you're pissing off people at Kotaku, you're probably doing the right thing. Just throwing it out there. That's good. Guys, appreciate your support today, including Suffer So Proud, who came in with the $9.99, says, I'm making money again. Thanks, Craig and Mujeres Bellis for your informative takes. Oh, and just a preemptive, you're muted, Craig. You should make a compilation of all that. I sometimes like to talk to myself when it's muted. Appreciate that. Labs, that's a good idea. Whenever I'm accidentally talking and it's muted and you say, you're muted, Craig, start jotting those down. That'd be Bear came in with the $20 super chat, says, sending y'all love. Content is great. Shout out to Craig for standing up to a certain clown in the most grown up of all ways. Thank you, Bear. Appreciate that support. That's wonderful. Hot Dog also came in with the 20-euro money. Says, I'm French and a big fan of the show. Here's a tip for your patience with the disrespectful man-child. Thank you, Hot Dog. Appreciate that. I don't know what you're talking about. It's crazy. Also, Lowe came in, says Concord's pronouns were
I posted that the other day. That's too fucking funny.
That's awesome.
It's so good.
Mage Leader came in with the 10, says Chinese government pays game companies to inject DEI into their games. DEI games flop hard. Chinese game funds game with no DEI. Chinese game makes a gorgillion dollars. Convenient. Thanks, Mage Leader. Mage Leader is definitely the conspiracy hat man who's been blackpilled, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, you ultimately never know what companies are doing behind the scenes, and I do think that, yes, it is good to always be skeptical and always question, but at the end of the day, Black Myth Wukong was still a good game, and that's the highlight of the situation.
Yeah. Demi also came in with the 10, says Chris of Deltarune and Lambert of Cult of the Lambs are they themies. people don't care because they are fun games.
100%.
Make fun games and people are fine. People care
as
about
long as you can leave your politics at the door. I do not care if it is a team of 99% raging SJWs. If you can make a good game, that's what the highlight should be. And I say this all the time when I'm playing video games on my channel, like Flintlock, Concord, Dustborn. I'm playing them because even though I know they're most likely going to be bad, maybe they actually are good. Maybe they wrote something decent. And it's worth giving a chance. But obviously, if like they came out with a Dustborn 2, you get into tough territory because you shouldn't be supporting them at that point. But you at least need to initially give them a chance to maybe make something like Firewalk. It's their first game. Maybe they can create something good, but they just didn't.
I think most normal men agree with that statement. The idea that like nobody cares. Like if you want to be they, them, he, her, she, they.
It does not matter to me
them.
if it is not being, shoved into a product, and that is, you make it everything around you. As long as it's just like, oh hey, yeah, sure, these are my pronouns. Okay, whatever. If that is the extent of it, okay. But the problem is these people push the limits, and then they take their ideology and then they put it into their game, and then they make it their whole personality, and then they say if you don't agree with it or you don't like it, you're a ist or a phobe, or you're just a terrible person.
Which is all true, by the way. I just want to point that out. We're all horrible, horrible people, and that's just how it is. So,
well, it's like with companies. People say, why are you playing this game? And true, I don't like what Red Thread Games did, and I don't like the way that, let's say, a community manager for Concord acts, but it is still a game that we should kind of give a chance to. I have the philosophy of if I'm playing it, you're not playing it. So I streamed Dustborn. I had 1,700 people in my stream. We had one single copy of the game sold. I would rather take a single copy and buy it for $40 and then not have those 1,700 other people buy it because they're curious to see the shitstorm.
Yeah, I think just raising awareness that it's there and letting people decide for themselves, because that's ultimately what you're doing.
Well, right. I'm not trying to tell you to buy or to not buy something. You are an adult that can do with your money what you want. I'm simply here to try to give you the information that you might not be able to, sit for hours a day and research. I'm just trying to provide facts and evidence, and you can do with that what you want. It's like Concord. I think it's terrible. I bought a physical copy because I wanted to have it as a gaming relic, but I never, in the span of playing it or talking about it, said, do not buy this game. The only time I do that is when it's a complete and utter scam, like the day before where it was just a scam.
Right. Well, let's go ahead and move on. I know I want to make sure we get to our power rankings today. So, but I do want to hit this story fairly quick. We talked about what bad people gamers are. And the Alan Wake senior community manager is out for everybody's head. I'm guessing, her, is going after us. As she is calling for all bigots to be removed from the gaming community. This, of course, from That Park Place. Doing a great job over there, John. Doing an excellent job, buddy. Quick rundown here. Senior community manager for Remedy Entertainment, Vida Starchevik, called for bigots to be removed from the gaming communities in the wake of Firewalk Studios Concord being boycotted and shut down due to low sales. I want to point this out really quick. There was no boycott of Concord. There was never a boycott for Concord. I didn't see once online anybody saying there's a boycott of this is not like a Hogwarts Legacy situation where there was a coordinated effort. People just didn't play Concord because they didn't want to play Concord. They saw right through it. So that's bullshit right off the bat.
Yep.
Nico Partners Director of Research, Daniel Amen, initially reacted to the game being shut down. The comments are around Concord from right-wing gamers shows the power and collective self-deception. If you say delusional stuff about DEI enough times and build a conspiracy-focused narrative, they start seeing the false narrative everywhere. I guess we have to live with this now. The idea that, like, once again, people aren't dumb. They see the stuff with their own eyes. They saw Concord and they're the ones who rejected it.
Yeah, and there was this article that released last week from Forbes, Paul Tassi, last journo on this earth that I would ever take news from. But he wrote about how the woke wars and how the right believes they're dominating. And he has perception versus reality. The perception is, oh, Stellar Blade did massive sales because it's got a sexy female, when the reality is that it's actually got good gameplay and stuff. We are saying these things. So you do this thing, well, not you guys, but they do this thing where they will say, oh, you guys are just constantly crying about DEI in video games, and there happens to be, you know, this conspiracy that's built around it. But on the flip side, they never talk about DEI being in video games, and how, yes, there are instances where it is basically brute forced into titles. So if you're saying we're bad for calling it out, you're just as bad for not acknowledging that, yes, there is a DEI issue within the industry.
I think that's one of the biggest things with this whole everything that's going on, not just in gaming but in culture as a whole, is that you see one side that is willing to say, well, yeah, like the gameplay was bad, it cost $40, it didn't look like a whole lot. I mean, the gameplay may have been fine, or like it didn't add anything to this genre, but a big part of this was the DEI, the they thems, all that stuff, the pronouns, everything. And the other side is like, no, you're wrong. That had nothing to do with it. And the sheer lack of acknowledgement that it's like they refuse to give in. They're so ideologically captured.
Yeah, and they, a lot of the times, like with Hogwarts Legacy, they cry for boycotts and they say we should boycott things. And then, you know, on the flip side, why aren't they talking about the fact that there were, even though there's not a lot of people playing something like Dustborn, why are there people like me and Savvy giving Dustborn a chance? Well, it's because we are buying the games to review them, and that could lead to positive or negative things for them. Obviously, you know, my job is to review games, and yes, a lot of the times with titles like that, I think that they're very bad. But if you see a game that is shit, then yes, you should stay away from it. But on the flip side, I could be streaming to those 1,700 people and they could go, this is actually really hilarious and I want to pick up a copy for myself. So why is it bad that people are playing games and reviewing them and giving it a chance? It's our genuine opinion that these titles are trash. That is something that these individuals within the industry just don't recognize. I am streaming games to, yes, I understand it ultimately brings awareness to them, but it's my job to review them. But if people see a game that's trash, they just don't buy it, and they cannot accept that fact.
Well, this senior community manager over here at for Alan Wake 2 came out, and she was responding to, I'm not familiar with this person. I think they're part of the Kind of Funny group, or at least they're funded by the Kind of Funny group. But they said, prune your gardens, push out the bad actors. And they're just talking about, like, you know, get people that you don't agree with out of your community, more or less, right?
Oh, the positivity peddler himself. Someone who, yes, often calls for gamers to be removed from the space because they're ists and phobes.
So who is this person?
He is, who is him? I just talked about him 2 days ago. I don't remember off the top of my head, but he is like a developer. I'm sure I can find it real quick.
That's okay.
He is a developer. He is very outspoken within the industry, and he is someone who, yes, believes that all gamers are ists and phobes and just generally terrible people. Not that that's really a shocker at this point, because it's been going on for so long, because we have so many of these people in the industry, but yeah.
Okay.
He had said the other day, I have it here. I just absolutely hate that Chuds will take this regarding Concord's failure as a win, and it will embolden them to be even worse. I hate it so much. That's what he said.
I think
he is the founder of Spawn on Me and the Spawnies.
Okay. I swear, I feel like I have somebody in the queue ready to. Oh, that's right.
There's a problem that has nothing to do with me. I need to solve it.
Oh, that's right. But, I think Dwayne is here as well.
Shut up, bitch!
I love that clip so much. It's such a good clip.
Relax, just relax, Wayne. Well, back to back to what this community manager here was saying in response to this person. It says, what Ka said, but also uplift the good eggs, protect and support those who need it. Twitter has never been this full of accounts who are peddling hate 24/7, but it's still where a lot of good parts of the games community happen. Prune your gardens and let the flowers grow. Is she advocating gatekeeping?
Yes.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
Are we not supposed to be gatekeeping in video games? I thought we were supposed to, it's for everybody.
Yep. Apparently, it's supposed to be for everyone, but then it's inclusivity by exclusivity. They very often do this where they say, "Oh, everyone's allowed, everyone's welcome. We want women to feel comfortable here, people of color to feel comfortable here, but not if you don't agree with our opinions."
Well, she continues here, says, getting bigots out of your communities is a band-aid and not a permanent solution. Modeling desired behaviors and championing the kinds of community members you want to be the majority in your community takes time and effort. Start early. Practice on. Small steps are steps too.
You know what? I agree. I have an amazing community of people that I am surrounded by in this stream, in my streams, and I feel comfortable around those people. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm taking her advice seriously.
Good for you, Vara. I'm glad for you to learn from her and her bigotry.
Yeah, I did. You know what? She changed my mindset. She is my inspiration now, even though I've never heard of her before this moment.
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
Now we've all learned a little bit more from the Alan Wake 2 failure community manager there. So congratulations. Yeah. She by the way, just a quick note. There's a clip of her talking about how it says how Alan Wake's 2 expansion embraces the weird, right? Tell me something I didn't know about this lady. Like she looks like the video game industry. You know? I don't know. I mean, I like I said, whatever, it is what it is. But this is the lady we're speaking of here, and there's an ad for you right there. But either way, so all right, let's go and move on. Speaking of weird, Vara, you've been surrounded by a few posts that have popped off over on your X account over the last few days.
Yeah, all because of a little meme, all because of a little edit. People are very angry at me.
Well, all you did was simply point out. You said, "Listen, well, I'll let you read it in your own voice. I don't want to read it in your voice."
Listen, game devs and character designers, it's really not that hard to make a female character that looks half decent. Now, I understand that in Warhammer there has been a war within the community between people who believe that the female Custodes retcon is good and other people who are very upset with this retcon. It's been going on for months at this point, and I understand, right, that she is supposed to be a beefed up woman, but at the same time I think that you can have beefed up women who do not look like the Crimson Chin. And I think that you can also have characters that people generally like to look at. I'm not saying she has to be a 10 out of 10 bombshell. She's got to have big old biddies. I'm not saying that she's got to be in a, chain mail bikini here. But all I really did was take the template that has been shared around before with female characters and them basically being feminized. Is that an issue? Well, apparently it is, given so many people have been so extremely upset. 541,000 views right now, and there are so many individuals that are triggered. And hey, they're allowed to dislike my opinion. They're allowed to dislike this post. But man, are they angry. It's like they completely forgot the fact that this is a meme template now, and it has been for years. There was just one shared back in March of, MJ, and then basically just making her a little more feminine. You've got the upcoming Fable games lead character. And they're really, really salty over this. And instead of just saying, hey, listen, it does make sense to the lore, which I did specify, they decided to go ahead and start attacking me and my looks, which is fine. You know, I don't take insults about my looks personally at all whatsoever. I really do not care. But they think that that's some kind of own. But these are the people who are supposed to be for inclusion, and they're supposed to be for safe spaces and making women feel comfortable in the gaming industry. But as soon as a woman in the gaming industry has an opinion they dislike, they try to silence you.
I'm going to be very honest with you. The first time I saw this, I was just looking at the eyes.
Yeah.
And if you go back and you look at the replay of this and you see when I actually saw the jaw, it was shocking to me. The just giant like that's like looks like Thanos. Like the jaw there. That's massive. Blabs.
She's got a butt chin.
Well, listen, butt chin, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Thanos. He's got a huge butt chin. It's very, very, very manly.
Yeah. And my thing is that she doesn't. It's just the chin. Otherwise, she's got pretty eyes. She's got a fine nose. Like, she's clearly a very detailed character with all like the freckles and the coloring on the face. Like, she doesn't look half bad. It's just the chin and the jawline, which looks terrible. They can still have a more masculine looking character that doesn't look like this. If they reduce the jaw by even 20%, she'd be fine.
You know what I think? I think this thing's unfinished. I think they ran out of time and they just pumped this out. Because if you look at like the collar, can you bring that back up?
Oh, sure.
If you look at her collar, it's like her face is on the collar, like the skin color. Like of that, like actual, like collar,
because
like,
it goes all the way up here. Well, I think it's because she's probably supposed to be wearing some kind of helmet. So
yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I
just
don't I don't think it's finished rendering.
Well, no. So okay, here's my thoughts on this, and this is like,
but you see what I'm saying? Like the color is off, right? The very, very top right here, it's supposed to be black. Instead, there's like some light whitish skin.
You know, you talk about having a butt chin, right? You can have a butt chin. But this one has a badonkadonk chin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that is a badonkadonk chin right there. That's amazing. So, and people are like mad at you because you pointed out the giant badonkadonk chin, huh?
I just said, why not? I took a template for a meme that's been around for years at this point, and it went right over their heads, which is funny, right? Because there are people that are getting triggered. There are people saying, oh my gosh, you shouldn't speak about how ugly women are when it's you saying it. Guys, I don't care. You really think a comment like that is gonna affect me? All I did was talk about a fictional character. Why you gotta bring real life into it? You guys look like weasels. Leave me alone.
Vara, way to go. Way to upset all the right people. Congratulations.
Yeah. Me and my one tweet. Sometimes people just love to take things out of context or get triggered over them for no reason.
Well, how about we trigger some more people as we're going to use this opportunity to talk about beautiful women in the MCU space, because hallelujah indeed. Last time you were on, we talked about how it would be fun to do an MCU women's tier list.
I want the people to have what they want, and this is what the people want.
You're right. This was demanded. And by demanded, we just thought it was a good idea. So here we are. We have it pulled up. This is the template we're using. This is from tiermaker.com. Blabs, thank you for finding this right here. We have the
scour through all the MCU women tier list, guys, just so you know.
Next time will be the DC tier list.
Oh, I love it. So we have the Marvel Women Edition tier list community rankings. Now, I want to be very clear. In this situation, I will not be contributing at all. This is going to be...
you wuss.
Okay, you're right. I'm going to contribute. That's right. Yeah. Okay, here we go. But how about this? In the interest of making this fair, how about we do this? Whatever the highest ranking is between the three of us, that is what we'll give it. Okay?
Sure.
Does that sound good?
So nice. Whatever, man.
Oh, you want to go lowest? Do you want to go? Because I'm not into doing math today. All right.
Okay, whatever, man.
Do you want to do lowest, Blabs?
I think we're gonna agree on a lot.
Yeah, I think we'll probably agree anyway. So we'll just do the highest. It's fine.
Okay. So according to this, there is a list of marriage, absolutely sexy, mommy hot, yes please, pretty, no thanks, and just throwing somebody in the electric chair. So this is the list. This is the default. So let's go to the template here and kind of hop on in here. So I'll tell you what, we're going strictly on looks, right? We're going strictly on
Are we
looks.
going on looks now or in character when they were in the MCU? Extremely important
I would
difference.
say in character in the MCU.
Okay.
Now,
We'll make it really fair.
I'm going to go off their pictures here.
Good job, Craig.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, so I'll tell you, let's start at the top and work our way around here. So who is this lady?
Is that
Scarlett
ScarJo?
Johansson. Yep,
Is
ScarJo.
ScarJo?
Right to the top.
To the
Okay.
top,
To the
bro.
top. Yep.
Going to the top. ScarJo goes to the top. Class up to marriage material, apparently, huh? For
Well,
ScarJo?
she actually isn't because she's been divorced so many times. But
Well, no, I thought we were doing in character.
I know. She is in character. Yeah,
I know.
she's
Yeah.
And by the way, chat, we fully anticipate you guys contributing with us as well as we go along. Please put in the chat, electric chair, no thanks, pretty, yes, please, mommy hot, absolutely sexy, or marriage, based off of the ones that we're looking at. We want to hear your feedback. All right.
Not Black Widow. Captain Marvel looks horrible. The only time she actually looked hot was her first introduction was it Avengers Endgame?
Yeah.
She was actually wearing like makeup and everything then. Otherwise,
See, this is my problem is Brie Larson, she is pretty. But the problem is the way that they masculinized her within Captain Marvel and her suit. It's gonna be pretty low for me.
electric chair.
I personally think that she'd be in No Thanks, based on the movies.
Well, that one wins. That's the higher up.
I agree with the no thanks. Now I'll say this. I want to let you know, I just had a vision where I got an email from this segment from people pissed off that we were doing this, like a deja vu.
Didn't that already happen with the other like thing we were talking about? How people were like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you guys are comparing ScarJo and Gal Gadot." They're like, "Oh my god, so beneath you."
Yeah, they were a little upset at that. It's just opinions, guys. Come on.
It's okay. It's all right. And
But here's the next one though, Palm. Now Palm is gorgeous, but she plays Mantis. Mantis is not gorgeous. So,
Yeah, no.
okay.
no thanks.
No thanks here.
Yeah.
Sorry, Palm.
I think she's pretty.
I think pretty. Yeah.
You know, yeah, Palm is gorgeous. Like she's beautiful if you've seen her in real life, but she's got like little alien things and everything. Not the cutest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Who is that? That
Haley
is
Atwell,
Haley.
Captain America.
Marriage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
marriage. Yeah.
That's a
oh yeah, her
Actually-
boobs. Yeah.
Actually, I'd put her in the mommy, which is the second tier.
okay. I would say marriage. So it's you know.
Yeah, it's kind of like well, no, I'd actually move her to absolutely sexy because
Okay.
she is very pretty.
that is a horrible picture of her.
It is a horrible
It is.
picture
These
of her.
photos
They're-
are not that great. I'm not gonna lie.
Horrible
Yeah.
picture of her. I'm just throwing
I'm
it out
saying
there.
marriage. Just saying.
Okay. I know
We're
that
not
girl.
gonna acknowledge the top tier.
Oh, okay, fine. Fuck yeah, all right. All right. Is this Marissa
Tomei, yeah,
Tomei, yeah,
that's
okay.
Spidey's mommy, who apparently wanted to be a lesbian in that movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say she's mommy hot.
I'd say she's absolutely sexy.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to the top one. Who do we got next? This lady.
Evangeline Lilly, the Wasp. Was that what she was?
Yeah, she's wasp. I think mommy hot.
Yeah, mommy
in
hot.
my opinion, because
Mhm.
she's really pretty, but also some of her outfits in the movies were not good.
Let me tell you this right now.
The short bob didn't really suit her.
You guys are I guess you ladies are being way nicer than I would be right now. I'll
I
tell you.
am. What
All
can I
right.
say? Women are cool.
We're
I
here to
mean,
lift
oh no,
women
I
up.
hate women. Women suck. I hate women. Women are terrible. I've never even
All
met a
right.
woman.
Right.
Kobe, or whatever her name's, Kobe, she plays Maria Hill. She's pretty.
She's pretty.
I
Yes,
would
please.
say yes, please. Yeah,
All right.
minimum.
Here we go. This is the lady from
No thanks immediately.
No. This Blabs, I'm putting them all up there. That's
I'm
the
not here like
cue
damn,
spot.
bro.
I think she would be in pretty because I did not like a lot of her styling in the movie.
Isn't she a bald lady in the movie?
She is, but her
no
her
thanks.
her armor's really cool though.
Yeah, but I'm going based off looks, not anything
Yeah, but like it's
else.
the whole aesthetic, you know?
No
Like
thanks,
if
it's
Scarlett
fake.
Johansson had a shaved haircut in it, her outfit would still be awesome and her demeanor would still be awesome. And her face is so
That's
pretty.
this chair.
The chair.
Are we
Give
at
her
chair?
the chair.
No, we're going to the highest ranking.
I know.
Blabs. Don't
I'm
feel
just
like that.
laughing at chat.
All right, is this Halle Berry?
Yeah.
You know where to go. Not even a question.
I think Absolutely Sexy should be higher than Marriage, personally.
What do you mean? Marriage is like top tier.
Yeah, okay. Because here's the thing: there are sexy girls and there's girls you want to marry. You know what I mean? There's a big difference.
No, I
between the
don't,
two.
Craig. We're straight.
Well, I'm just letting you know. Okay, who's this lady?
She was in Spider-Man, the first one. That was Tom Holland Spider's love interest. She's a no thanks to me, honestly. She is.
Yeah. I mean, she
She's
wasn't a good character, so she's not like she had any cool outfits or anything. So
she's there.
Okay.
That's fine. No thanks.
yeah.
Okay, this lady.
Jennifer Lawrence.
This lady.
That's a horrible picture of Jennifer Lawrence.
Damn, bro.
That's a horrible picture of Jennifer Lawrence. Horrible picture.
It is. It is, to be fair. I'd put her in mommy.
Yeah, all right. I'd say yes, please. So.
You know what? I agree. We could put her in yes, please.
Man,
Because
okay.
she was in the MCU a long time ago.
Yeah, she was an X-Men.
Yeah.
She is like, okay, I think she's hot.
The thing
as
with Jennifer
fuck.
Lawrence, though, is she's got kind of saggy boobies. Not gonna lie.
You know what? I'm gonna throw
Overruled.
We're going with the highest. I think she's super hot. I think she's super sexy. Yeah, absolutely. That's just a horrible picture. Horrible picture. All right, this lady here.
Zoe Saldana. She's so
Gamora.
pretty.
She's so
Yeah, she's
pretty.
pretty.
Yeah, she is.
Just pretty.
I think.
Yeah,
I think at
she's
least
green,
yes,
dude.
please. Yeah, I think at least yes, please.
Okay.
Karen Gillan. Okay, so
Ugh.
here's the thing. Karen Gillan is a babe in real life, but like she plays Nebula, so
No, not for me.
yeah. We'll say pretty because her character is ugly.
All right.
Karen Gillan got dirtied.
This
Who's
lady here.
that?
I have no
I don't
idea.
even know who that is.
All right, well,
She's
we-
pretty from that picture, but who? Oh, is she Daredevil?
Oh, I didn't watch Daredevil, so I don't know.
Got them high cheekbones.
What is she from? She screams Daredevil. I don't
They're
know. What,
saying
I don't.
pink. Come on,
No,
chat. Who is this
not-
woman?
That's not pink.
Yeah, I know.
That's-
She's in Jessica Jones.
Oh, Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I did not see
Okay.
that one.
I was gonna say it was one of the shows.
I don't think we can rank her. Rank her.
She's
then,
pretty
because-
though, based on
Yeah,
the
but what about her
picture.
character?
Well,
Craig?
yeah, I don't know.
Who cares? We're
What do you,
staring-
Craig?
it's-
What about integrity here, Craig?
Yes, please.
That's not
Alright, whatever.
Charlize Theron. That's not her.
No way.
No.
Oh, this girl, I thought she was in a show called Greek back in the day that my wife and I
That's
watched.
Agent 13. That's
Yes.
that's some weird incestual stuff going on with Captain America in that Avengers movie. Not gonna lie. Let's go with yes, please.
Yeah. I don't really have an opinion on her.
I think she's pretty. This lady.
Natalie Portman.
This lady?
This lady. Oh my god.
You bow down to Padme. All right. Listen, Jane Foster.
Oh my gosh, no!
You hate?
No!
Wow, bro. Are you gay?
She's like,
Just a chance?
I think she's third tier.
I
Third
would.
tier.
I
all
would
right.
say,
Yeah, I
like,
think
at
she's like
least-
mommy hot.
I'd say absolutely sexy. Actually, like
Yeah,
guys.
I could agree with that.
She does have like soccer mom vibes going on.
Now, of course, her politics I don't agree with, and all the statements, the girl boss statements she's made. But,
it's Candle Vagina Lady.
oh my, I
Gwyneth.
can't stand her. I thought she was
Electric
fine in the
chair?
Iron Man movies, but I
She's-
just can't stand her now.
Yeah, but like she's beautiful. I think in the Iron Man.
She is
movies,
very
so-
beautiful in them. So
I'd
she's
say
at
mommy
least,
hot.
yeah, she's at least mommy hot.
All right. Nobody has yet met the fate of the electric chair
Letitia
yet.
Wright, I don't think is actually beautiful in the MCU.
Yeah,
Electric
it's-
chair.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just no thanks for me, but
Oh,
I don't know. Kate Blanchett. Oh my god, number one.
Dude, she's hella. What are you talking
Yes,
about?
yes, she is.
Are
Sorry.
you like a dummy mommy or something going on
Yeah,
here? Vara? Is that
that's why I said in the pre-stream I have a certain type. It's definitely Kate Blanchett. Galadriel, Hella,
Yeah, but like hella
number one.
pretty. Okay.
Sorry, she
Wow.
Who's
sweeps.
that?
Vera went crazy.
She sweeps.
Are you okay?
There's no one else.
Wow, okay, we got this lady here.
Who is that?
Anna Placan. I think that's how you say her name. She was Rogue.
Okay.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like, she's.
I don't
pretty.
remember.
She's pretty.
Oh wow, you're being very generous. I was going to keep her in the chair. All right, go
I
ahead.
don't know. Her in the movies.
Just say
I
no
didn't think she
thanks.
looked
I'm putting
bad.
no thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I can agree with no thanks.
All right, sounds good. We got this lady here.
Oh, not
Valkyrie.
electric chair.
Wow. Okay.
Valkyrie.
I
is
don't really have
terrible.
any. I don't really have any opinions on her.
Valkyrie's terrible. She was a drunk.
But
True, but like the way
And,
that
like, she was not
her armor was
sexy.
cool, but yeah, I personally didn't like
electric
the
chair.
direction they went. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with. I think she's pretty.
Oh,
You're weird, Craig.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
not the.
think she's bad looking. I just
Yeah.
think
You thought like you were gonna put like Natalie Portman like down below. Like I
that
don't understand
lady.
Laz, I don't think she should die in the electric chair. I'm just
Well,
saying.
she's just a sweet person. I don't care.
All right. Is this Zendaya? Is that her name?
I have no good opinions. I can't add to this conversation.
Yeah, electric chair. not
All right,
that.
let's go. Let her fry. All right. who's this?
Rosario Dawson was in the MCU. What the hell?
was
Oh,
she
X-Men,
in?
right, or something? What the
Hmm.
hell? Why is Rosario Dawson here? I kind of personally would say electric chair because
She
of Ahsoka,
was. She was Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage,
Oh,
Iron
she
Fish.
portrayed-
She was Claire.
oh,
I
electric
think
chair.
she's pretty. I just don't think that she was memorable in any of those. Sorry.
Okay. All right, we get this.
Oh, just leave her in electric chair. That's Ginger Jesus. Put her back down. Electric chair. Electric chair.
Vera, any thoughts on Ginger Jesus?
Nope, no thoughts.
Wow, you guys are mean. All right, here we go.
Yes.
Top of the
Mommy,
tiers.
marriage.
Yep, top of the tier.
Is that
Mommy,
ScarJo?
marriage,
Who is that?
whichever one.
No,
all the way.
that's
I thought it
Scarlet
was
Witch.
Olsen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch.
All right, marriage
It's
it
the
is.
baby Olsen
Right to the
sister.
top.
Okay, who's this lady?
Who is that?
I do not know.
I'm just
Looks
gonna save
like
it.
some random love interest.
I'm just gonna save everybody here and just put that
Tilda
right there.
Swinton, electric
Yeah.
chair. Poor thing.
She's
Who
pretty.
is that?
I don't know.
Just
Karen
go
Page? Who is Karen Page? Oh, Daredevil.
Okay.
Let me see a thing of her. Karen.
Nope, don't care.
Page,
Let's keep
What?
moving.
No, we're being authentic here.
We are.
You know what? She's pretty. I'll just say pretty. That's about it.
Nailed it.
Okay.
All right.
Sophie Turner. Ooh, she's close to the top. She's very pretty.
We'll say yes, please. That's for me, at least.
For
Okay.
me, it's gotta be Mommy Hot. She's very pretty.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. We got Olivia Munn. I'm just
Top.
gonna take. Yep, I
Yep.
agree. I agree. Olivia
Right
Munn.
up there.
Not afraid to put a hot dog in her mouth. All right.
Is that?
Who?
Oh
What's
my
her
God,
face's
Michelle
name?
Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Oh my God, top
Because
of the tier.
She's an Ant-Man.
Yeah, she's right next to Kate Blanchett. I have a type. What can I
Is it
say?
old women? Because that's kind of
Yeah, is
weird,
it all-
bro.
like
They're pretty. They're so pretty.
Yeah, but they're like in their 50s minimum in the MCU.
So, but they were
Ugh.
pretty in the MCU. Hella looked great.
right, you're
I'm
being
sorry,
odd.
I'm biased. I can only see Catwoman with Michelle.
Mhm.
I'm
I'm
biased.
like, she's like a mom, you know?
Yeah,
like
I'm
50 years
biased,
old.
though.
It's a bit odd. Listen, Kat Dennings has massive honkers, but no thanks.
This lady here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got massive tits, bro. Like she was in Two Broke Girls.
Thanks, Blabs.
What?
Is this? Who's this lady?
Oh,
She's
that's,
Agatha.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's a great actress, but
She
she's
is.
not pretty in the MCU, so no thanks. It's for me.
Wasn't she? She was on Saturday Night Live, right?
Probably.
I think that
Yeah.
was that's where she was.
For me,
initially.
it'd probably be like a yes, please, because she's
Okay.
pretty.
Okay.
You
Then we're here.
would think the witch in like WandaVision and Agatha is good looking.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Is this Jessica Jones? Is that who that is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She for me is closer to the top, like a mommy hot.
Okay.
You are an odd person.
How am I an odd person? She's pretty.
You think Agatha is hot? The witch in
I don't.
WandaVision.
No. There's a difference between yes, please, and hot. I think she's pretty. I think she's like
The witch.
cute.
The witch who
No,
wa-
no, I don't know. I
Odd.
think her face is very pretty. I thought her
Odd. It's
costuming was
odd.
terrible, though. Looked like she
Weird.
walked out of Party City.
Weird.
So
Who's
All right.
that?
Then we got this lady here.
I have no idea.
Who is she? All of a sudden I think of the meme. Who is she?
I think she's she's got that like
Yeah, but like doesn't matter. Who is she in
She's-
the
she's pretty.
MCU?
Yeah, I don't know who she is in the MCU.
Vara's mommy. Let's see. Monica. Oh, Monica.
is
Is she
hilarious.
a Monica? One of the Monicas?
Oh, from the Marvels?
Captain Marvel and stuff.
Is that Monica Rambeau? That
Is that, or is that
that's
her
not,
mom?
That can't
is that
be
her
her.
mom? Monica's mom, like in the first Captain Marvel?
Is that Teyana Parrish?
I love that this is happening right now. I love
Marvel.
it.
Is it?
No, 'cause the mom.
Hey, just go off the picture. That's all you need to do is go off the picture. Who
Maria,
cares?
there you go. Hang on, shut up, Craig. We're authentic here.
I'm at it.
Yeah, no, I think it's like Maria.
I think that's Monica Rambeau.
It's a Rambo, so I don't know. I don't think they're particularly pretty, either one of them.
Yeah.
I would say.
I mean,
No
I think she's pretty. But see, I'm also going off the fact that there's like 5 other rankings above, so like
they're not pretty in the movie though, right?
Yeah.
So if we're basing off the Captain Marvel like
Yeah.
stuff, they're all like womp womp.
Okay, here it
Yeah.
is. We have the official side
Craig's like, can we
scrollers.
hurry up already?
Hot. Well, I love that. We need to do this more often. Maybe
next
maybe
week's gonna be the males.
we get all the dudes right.
Every time Vara's on, like for Fridays, we're just gonna go and do
Let's do
list then.
tier rankings. That's my thing.
Maybe we could do one like once a month. I think that'd
Okay.
be fun. All right. Okay. So our Hot Celebrities Marvel Women Edition tier list from tiermaker.com. You can see on the bottom right here the
Ginger Jesus gets the chair.
That's right. Zendaya also will die, which is nice.
That's fine.
You can see
That means
as
Tom
we-
Holland is available. So
Oh, there you go. Look at the bright side, Blabs. You got a chance.
3 days older than him.
Okay, hey, let's do something really fun here. Let's just finish up this with a bang. Okay. Now I know where Vera's gonna go here, right? If I had to rank these,
That's me.
right? This is the
That's 'cause
top.
I think Vera's into cougars.
Elizabeth Olsen, I think, is number 2.
This lady?
No.
That's Haley.
Okay, what's
Can you
number
Scarlet
like
Witch.
know your females?
Right
Craig?
there. Click.
This
No,
one?
no, that's Holly.
There you go.
No, that one.
Right. Are you
That
blind?
one. She's number 2, and then Olivia Munn is number 3. And
Okay.
then, because Michelle Pfeiffer, I just think of Catwoman, so I'm trying to separate projects, but she's still very pretty.
Okay. Are you ladies content
No,
with
this
this
is
list?
not okay by me. You were putting the old women in the front. This is stupid.
There's only one. What are you talking about? There's only one. It's Kate
I'm sorry.
Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett in the MCU is an old lady with horns.
It was like 8 years ago.
Yeah,
oh, come
and
on.
she
Hella
literally has
MCU.
horns.
I'm gonna find a good picture, and then you're gonna change your mind.
I'm not gonna change my mind.
You're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
change
It's
your
not gonna
mind.
happen. It's
You're gonna
really
be like, you know what? Okay,
No.
I can see the vision.
No, you're into some weird dommy mommy stuff, and that's your thing. That's your business. But no, thank you,
She doesn't look that bad in the MCU.
bro. She's got horns.
I
But
love
she doesn't
what's happening
always
right
have
now.
the helmet.
I love
Yeah,
it.
and she's a bald bitch. It's fine.
She's not bald. She's
She's
got
a-
nice long hair.
She's a
No.
bald bitch.
I'm thinking of the pre-CGI visions and stuff. I see this behind the scenes stuff.
I'll
Nah,
put some
listen.
images in private chat, okay?
Okay.
Listen, Vera,
Better
out here putting the
images.
spicy
She's
images
kind
out
of
here.
goth in the movie.
Yeah, no, definitely not
Yes,
happening.
definitely
she's like,
happening.
she's like discount Morticia. I'd rather just have Morticia.
Well, okay, if we're comparing to other things, then yeah,
Why
I'd
do you
pick
want a
Morticia.
discount? Why do you want someone with horns? No, we literally have Scarlett Johansson on there, Haley like Atwell, Elizabeth Olsen. You're
Oh
like,
yeah, no, they're definitely up there. But I'm not comparing the ones at the top. I'm just saying that they should be at the top. To me, it's not like there's really like a 1 or a 2 or a 3. I just instantly know what tier they're gonna be part of. Craig's like,
Vera's
bye.
dipping into her Rule 34 stash.
You know, guys, there were 2 Concord images made that were Rule 34. I have not seen them. I will not see them, but I know that they exist.
I think they were probably just made for the sake of making
Probably,
it Rule 34.
probably. Yeah.
You gonna come back now, Craig? I see you just wandering over there. You lost, bro?
Am I allowed to come back?
We never kicked you out.
Hey, I'm going to say this right now. It's a great example of why organizations shouldn't be led by women because y'all can't make a fucking decision together.
Hey, I just
We
simply
have
put
a
them in the tier.
We just made a great decision just then. Look
We
what happened.
did. Who
Oh no, where'd he
needs
go?
him?
I'm just kidding. Support women businesses. All right, here we go. Hey, Stony MC came in with a $65.66 direct donation. Says, I like this mini game. Hope y'all do it more often. Lol. With this and the doctor return stream soon, return stream shortly, this might be quite the entertaining evening. Hey, Stony MC, look at this. Look at that. That is spectacular going on the wall. Let's go. Oh my God. All right, we have a lot of support to get to today. Labs, will you take a glance and see if there's any that are specifically for Vara as we go through? But we got a lot of support. You guys have been spectacular today. We're going to get to all that support, all your direct donations, all your super chats, all your Rumble rants. I would like to encourage everybody once again, if you see any value in our show, consider heading over to sidescrollerspodcast.com, becoming a member over there. The next step is becoming a supporter, because once again, there will be a day when we call on you, and that is where we're going to call on you guys over there. So head over there, become a supporter, become a member. We greatly appreciate y'all and allowing us to be a part of your day. Do we have anything for Vara?
All right, I'm still scrolling. There's a lot of support, but as of right now, nothing specific.
That's
Okay.
fine. We're here. We're hanging.
Okay.
Maybe there will be something.
Vera, do you want to stick around while we go through some
I'll
support?
stick around.
Okay, excellent. Well, Blast, fire away real quick, and I am going to go to the potty. I'll be right back.
Wow, what a big boy, says potty. Okay, Snake Master says, Dear Craig, watch you say F you to the clown yesterday. Finally finished Just Cause 3 today, and I bought AstroBot for PlayStation 5. Pure gaming bliss. Well, hope you have fun.
Yeah.
Jake says, Hail Craig, hail Blabs, hail Vera, hail Side Scrolls, my favorite show. Have a great day today. Well, I hope you have a great one too.
Thank you.
Evangelist says, I had hope for DSP. It's amazing how he disappointed me yesterday. You can only extend an olive branch so many times. Thank you. Speedy Cake says, I missed a DSP stream. Anyone got a link to the full thing? YouTube. Javi, nobody the hate manager says, Craig, are you ignoring my emails again? Don't worry, he takes days.
He's ignoring us, never mind emails.
Yeah, look at his face right now. Mr. Melancholy says the modern audience is more elusive than Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster.
True.
When will companies learn?
It's true.
Orthodox Monk says seeing movies in theaters becomes really costly for Craig because he has to pay for multiple tickets because he only watches movies in 15-minute intervals. This is also true. Hey, Jobby Gamer, hey! Says, I'm still playing Destiny 1 if anyone wants to run raids or nightfalls. I'm on PlayStation and Xbox. It's definitely better than Destiny 2. Poor Jobby Gamer.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kat. Jason says, took my kids to a retro arcade in Fort Worth last weekend. The place was full of kids. Glad to see kids enjoying the old game.
That's awesome.
Bob says, Space Marine 1 came out in 2011. I did see that. Le Chevalier says, so, Ken was rock hard.
Yes.
River Mouse says, it's slow me down, not hold me down. Listen, Craig is retarded. Crippled Head says, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they aren't out to get you.
True.
Also true. Crucibeck says, talked about Skyrim back in the day and left me to a video by you and buckets and NPCs. Have me the tagline of we don't take breaks. Thank you. Rod says, I saw a DSP interview with you and truly found it scummy how he was on all the interview, but when you said F him, I opened a beer and said, for Craig! Dynamite says, hey Craig, just wanted to say you handled Phil like a professional. Keep doing what you do. Crippled Head says, they should have gone with Linkin Memorial. Lord of Botha says, Dave Grohl did it right, just form a new band. Yep.
True.
Rich says, it's like putting Lady Gaga in Soundgarden. Joseph says, yeah, I agree. Drowning Pool changed singers 3 times and it fell flat with Ryan McComb. Death Prof says, everybody go play Hunt Shadow, go look it up. Thank you. Daniel says, should I party since Concord is shutting down? If you want to.
No, don't have a party. Have a celebration.
That's the same thing.
Oh.
It is.
Last Toxic Mazza says, the Cream Native, aka Steve Young, aka the Big White Tractor, will always be the greatest Concord player on God's green earth, you dogs. Yeah, shout out Cream to actually playing Concord, poor thing. Jade, the only one. Jade says, monetize the hate. T-shirt when?
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
Scar for the Strange says, goodbye, Concord. May you join the ranks of a Dueling Fireman, War Final Assault, and Magic the Gathering Armageddon in the ranks of Lost. Scarfy says, is AstroBot Funko Pop the game? Catch a
Kind of.
Red Bandana Gaming says, my AstroBot controller arrives this afternoon. Oh yeah, we were asking about that yesterday, Logan. Let us know how it, like, if it's good for you and everything.
Was it good for you, Logan?
Yeah, was it good for you, bro?
Was it good for you, buddy?
Solidus Prime says, Craig, you did a stand-up job yesterday. You weren't more calm and collected than I could have been. Don't waste any more time on that worm.
Yeah, the Dark Side Phil chapter of Side Scrollers is officially been written, and it's done. So
Fair enough.
Mercenary says, is anyone getting that weird dating app advertisement with the objects? Seriously, they're getting to the point where they're unskippable now. No, Mercenary. I'm not, at least.
no mercenary. We're not getting that.
The video game where you date like cabinets and tables. Is that the game? It's called Date Everything.
All right, Craig is playing that later on the Plays channel.
Yeah,
Thank
you like date chairs and tables, and they turn into people, and let's like you romance
Is it like Being the
them.
Beast or something, where they're actually people all along and they became cabinets?
I think that they kind of transform into them.
Oh, it's a trans game.
As
Gotcha.
far as I'm aware.
Okay, hold on. We got it's called Date Everything.
Date Everything.
Okay, let's play the game. Who is playing? Okay.
It hasn't come out yet.
Oh, it hasn't come out yet.
But
okay,
it is
okay.
coming out. They released a trailer for it like 4 days ago.
Okay, well the question is, who's playing more?
The trailer is very interesting. That's for sure.
Does Dustborn have more players than Date Everything, and Date Everything hasn't come out yet? No, Dustborn does by almost 2 full hands.
Yeah.
So.
Suna Soul Silver says, I'm done with early day of reviews. I'd rather wait for a month after the game launch and check reviews, when especially with post patches after launch. Yep, sad how that's the way. Chris says, Craig, if you're going to make games, buy Concord IP and make Concord 2. At least do it for the memes.
Yes, the games have definitely been better. The memes been better than the games for sure.
Nathan says, these outlets won't do that. After Polygon uploaded their gameplay on the first level of Doom 2016, that they never lived down. Gamers are ruthless. Garfy says, you could do lost games along with gaming history.
Yeah,
That'd be
interesting.
fun.
Xander says, Craig, I desperately want a typing game on my phone. Also, Blab, since Craig said yesterday he wouldn't take Super Chat, I hope he made a lot of money.
Thanks.
Talking about, but thanks.
I refuse to take your super chats when it comes to Phil. I stop. Everybody stop sending super chats in regards to Phil.
Send them to me.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Seriously, send them all. Go ahead, go crazy. I love them all.
Nathan says this organization sounds as legit as the Chase Bank glitch. Please, struggling industry, give us more monies.
Yep.
Rin Soul says they rant and cry about harassment, but these clowns forget they're the ones who are committing harassment on others. What a bunch of hypocrites.
It's okay when they do it, but not okay when you do it. Rules for thee, but not for me.
That's how it
Abby
goes.
says, all this color, gender, sexuality, I'm just a man. Abby also says, no one is trans because it doesn't exist. Should a kid live in the ocean if they say they're a fish? I know I could lose money, but I accept the risk. I refuse to watch anything when 2 men start to kiss. Dude, did you mean to rhyme? Because that's pretty good.
Way to go, Javi. Javi asked ChatGPT to write a poem.
Benjamin says, is it okay to show my indie game that came out today via Super Chat? I will do a 50. I want to beat Dustborn and Concord's peak player count. Absolutely. We like the indie games. Thank you, Benjamin.
do a direct donation and put a link in it, because I can't
And
put a
follow
link.
me on social media so that I can share it out to my
Yeah.
audience.
Put it in a direct donation. We'll put the link in there, and we'll actually show it on stream here just a little bit.
That Swedish guy says, been a fan since beginning of Screw Attack. Keep it up, Craig and company.
Thanks, Swedish guy. Appreciate you. Great to see you.
And became a member. Thank you very much.
Go.
Demi says, Alan Wake 1 was already a flop. It became a cult classic years later. That lady from Remedy, so full of crap, acting like Alan Wake is massive.
Yeah, the first game was fantastic, and then the second game went off the rails.
Headcase says, 40k female custodies, poor sisters of silence.
I know, they never get any love.
Omaha says, deadlifts and pull-ups during the live stream. Thank you all for the motivation. Keep up the great work.
Let's
Have
go.
fun.
Go get it, man.
Then says, boxing glove funds for the most bathed goth Vara. I'm still waiting for Alyssa to take you up on that match.
It's never gonna happen. We could have had we could have had like medieval jousting. She could have said, let's set up a joust. And she said no. Like, what is that?
That would have been cool.
She's not
I would have been down
fun.
for the joust.
I would have jousted, but she's no fun.
Radio says, by the teachings of Dustborn, we are peddling empathy. Masagawa says, Honkai Impact 3rd has a brain-damaged lesbian child soldier with disabled legs, but nobody cares because she is also Russian and they barely mention it. HI 3rd is amazing, especially if you want a deep story. Well, that was interesting to read. Thank you, Masagawa. Demi says, in my honest opinion, every Warhammer character should look like Henry Cavill. Man, woman, non-binary, otherkin. Give them unnecessary lowerface armor to take a shot. Thank you, Demi. Zen says, devs are afraid of catering to the male gaze.
Yeah, the fictitious male gaze. Such an evil, evil concept.
HB Lovecraft Cat says, it's ma'am. I said ma'am. Cool. Tabaras says, I love side-scrollers. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Tebras. Appreciate that. That's awesome.
Geronimo says, bruh, this Femstodies thing is disgusting. She got pecs bigger than Ronnie Coleman. He's an 8-time Mr. Olympia.
By the way, I actually saw Ronnie Coleman recently. Poor guy's all broken up. He's now has to be in a wheelchair. It's all messed up. Anyways, yeah, just a little reference.
Demi says, question, is Brie Larson but digitally altered with Captain America's bootay an option? Because that would bring her up a few tiers. No, unfortunately, we are not altering her buttocks. It is sad the way it is. Javi says, Dictator Craig simping hard for Jennifer Lawrence. Ian says, you have unforgivably underrated Kobe. Yeah, Kobe's actually a lot hotter than we put her. I'm not gonna lie. But like, she's not like super hot in the MCU. That's the thing. She's always just wearing a suit.
Yeah, that's the problem with the tier
outfit.
ranking is unless you're looking at their outfits, like ScarJo in her like black bodysuit versus her walking around in real life, they're very different.
Lord Slosh says, okay, now do one with Jake Gyllenhaal roles and let Craig sort those out. Oh my god, Prince of Persia. Okay. Rob says, my autistic little sis says Furby instead of FC. You know, I slapped that like for Furby. Oh yeah, because of my poll today, Craig. I don't know if you saw.
No.
The poll was slap the like button, and it was like for Gremlins or for Furbies, and Gremlins won. So far.
Oh, naturally.
I like Furbies. They're so cute, especially little guys from like the McDonald's 1990s. I have like a whole bin of them in my basement when I was a kid. Demi says, Vara mains Freyna in First Descendant confirmed.
I did, but then I went back to Bunny. I know, I'm a degenerate, but Freyna is top tier.
James says, the black and white one is Catherine Matilda Swinton. She was the H1 Doctor Strange. She's also 63. Yeah, we know. Tilda Swinton.
Yeah. And Vara wants all that.
So no, we didn't put her at the top.
Yeah, she's at the bottom.
She was 63 though, Vara. You cougar.
True. Hey, Kate Blanchett is only in her 50s.
That's like Kate can get it regardless.
Well, come on, Galadriel. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but like
come
that
on
was
now.
I love it.
Retro Jim says, Phil expects loyalty, Craig. You neglected his needs to be there for your family. Sadly, that attitude won't get you to the leaderboards in Champions.
It's okay. Appreciate that.
Taker says, I need Razor Fist to stream date everything. Oh my god, can you imagine?
I know people are going to bully me into streaming it. I don't want to stream it.
Rin Soul says, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I'm old tomorrow.
Nah, you're good.
That's usually how it works. And Taker says, Dustborn is biblical in the way that from dust we are born, and to dust we shall return. In this case, any physical copy will end up in a landfill.
All right. Nice. God damn it, I want a new name came in with the 1109. Says, Monkey Game is pure Chinese folklore. Having read Journey to the West, you can feel the love and respect the developers put into it. Imagine respecting your own culture and the things that came before it while making bank from a Chinese dev, no less. There you go. You nailed it right there. We Are Wolves came in, says neurodivergent is spelled RETARDED. WAP came in and picked up the MGGA hat. It says, go fund yourself. Both DSP and Concord Craig yesterday. That's right. Mercenary, thank you very much. Balls to the wall. He says, I'm so sick of the current wave of activists. Nobody gave a dang about them until they started getting in everyone's face. I got into an argument with one who demanded a light novel make character trans woman just because the all-girl school she's in. Sorry, you got to deal with that nonsense. Stony came in with that big old tipper right there. Also, Henry Davis came in with a $50 direct donation. Says DSP started as a normal man and he is capable. DSP started as normal as he is capable of, and then deteriorated into who he is by the end of the interview. Not surprising. Yes. Excuse me. Woo, man. Yeah, buddy, for Ronnie Coleman. Henry, thank you very much. That is spectacular. Thank you very much. And get you on the wall as well. And look at this, Benjamin. How nice. I would have showed your game for free, but we appreciate this. Henry came in. Benjamin came in with this. This is his game, which we wanted to show off. It's called Goodnight Pan Pan. And
oh, yes, I know these developers. Fantastic creations.
Right here we go.
Yep.
Explore and investigate the dimly lit halls of a nearby abandoned shopping mall in cyberpunk Hong Kong, all while being stalked by a mysterious Yongui, I guess, I don't know, malevolent spirit hell-bent on taking your soul. Goodnight Pan Pan is a short third-person survival horror homage to Cantonese horror and culture. Let's go.
Yes, shout out to Suzaku Games. They create some amazing titles. I actually have the special physical editions behind me of their titles. They make really good games.
Nice.
Awesome.
Vera knows her shit, man.
I've streamed their games. They're fantastic.
Benjamin says, thank you. Goodnight Pan Pan is, I pretty much just read that exact same thing, just in time for spooky season. All right. You guys go check out Goodnight Pan Pan and consider wish listing it so you can keep an eye on it. Only $4.
Yeah.
That's great. You guys go pick that up. That's awesome. I'm going to buy that right now. Let's go check it out. Thank you very much, Benjamin. Appreciate that support. That is great.
I have a little bit of a breaking news.
What's that?
So,
I know he's
doing
going live.
something. Yeah, he's gone live. So, but his chat's flowing. I just want to point that out. He's doing some weird shit. He's back there now. Anyway.
He has 161,000 people watching him right now.
Yep.
It's more than CNN. Over on Rumble, Carnicus says 23 hours. I know you probably don't get that reference, Blabs, but everyone who watched the interview yesterday does.
Something about the emails, right?
Yeah. B. Barrett says, it's too bad that Fortnite is already taken. That would have been a perfect name for a game that only lasted 2 weeks. Mongoose says, I don't have evidence proving the truth readily available. Guess I better lie. Phil's thought process. Yes. Jared says, all right, Blabs, I have a proposal for you. If you watch one Arnold movie, I will watch the first Harry Potter movie for the first time. What do you think? Hail to all normal men and women.
Nope, don't care.
Party pooper.
Yeah. Jared says, Vera, will you be streaming on other platforms like Rumble or Twitter, or will you stick with just YouTube?
I have been considering streaming to Twitter, and that probably will be following shortly, but YouTube is always going to be my main platform, unless, of course, I get deplatformed, and you can always find my videos, my shorts, and my live streams on this one platform.
There we go. Not to be outdone, Lone Wolf says, we were talking about refinancing our home, and literally that evening started seeing mortgage company ads. Right there you go, Lone Wolf. I guarantee they paid a pretty penny for that too. Shane says, with all these misspellings, Craig can actually read now. Thanks, Shane. Appreciate that. Accurate. McLeod says, game development is easier than ever now. Thanks to AI, you can learn an engine in a fraction of time. Thanks, McLeod. And that's true. Cryptic says, don't care how good Black Myth Wukong is. The company is from China, and all companies in China answer to the CCP. Fuck commies. Thank you, Cryptic. Sivra came in, says, SJWs cannot help themselves, though. You're not an SJW if you're not shoving your ideology everywhere, just like people who smear poo in bathroom stalls. It's very descriptive.
It is.
Lone Wolf says, I saw a video on this. There is supposedly a guide for an artist on how to objectify women. Okay, thanks, Lone Wolf. Followed up, says, sorry, de-objectify is what I meant. Oh, okay. I was like, that's pretty easy. You don't need a guide to objectify women. It's pretty easy to do. Vera and Blabs did that for the last 30 minutes, which is great.
Yeah, why
not? Two's News says, we need to redo a list of the hot list using proper in-movie pictures. I don't disagree.
Yeah, I think that would make a big difference.
Dude says you're into dommy mommies because you're into being dominated. And I'm into dommy mommies because I can't read the signs. We are not the same.
Oh my God.
Weird. Mighty Megatron says, this is for Vera. Just started my spawned minions child support fund for my future ex-wife.
I have no idea what that means, but I appreciate it.
And Bentley guy came in and says, Jake Gyllenhaal was in Spider-Man. Just saying. Good point, Shane. Good point.
It's true.
Let's finish up with these wonderful super chats over here. We got DRK Ross says, why play Concord and Dustborn when I have Wukong, Space Marine 2, Celico, a retro FPS based on the Doom engine, and the First Descendant. P.S. F you, Craig. Runs away like a coward, Pig Rush. Thanks, Ross. Appreciate that. Just don't hang up. Absolutely Ready says, so Vara is into gilfs. Nice.
Is 50 years old? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Okay.
We're unpilling the
I
lore.
still think Olivia Munn honestly kind of sweeps.
You're not wrong.
Galadriel is great. Kate Blanchett was great as hella, but Olivia Munn's gorgeous.
Listen, she is. She's top tier.
She
And
is.
she's not afraid to do things like this, which I think is probably the most
Oh,
important
I know the
thing.
clip.
I'm
Here
looking at
goes.
it.
There it is.
Yep.
She's not afraid. It's
Yeah.
like not afraid to do that, which, hey, there you go. There's a little G4 for you. Congratulations. Demi came and says, date everything, where the furs from Amaris and angels with scaly wings won't cut it. We being objectives with new chair swooning action. All right. Thanks, Demi. River Miles says, I think Blabs would like Last Action Hero as the first Arnold movie from 1993. Great soundtrack with Alice in Chains. What the hell have I? Yeah. Thank you, River Miles. Appreciate that. That's a good one right there for sure. And Bike Shorts Senpai says, just here to extend the super chat rating. Hey,
Well,
appreciate that.
We
That's
still
great.
got locals over here. So Spoon Ninja sent a whole bunch of memes that DSP'd. So thank you for those. But he will say that Black Myth is great. I have over 200 hours. I would say why, but there are these things in the game that would spoil it. It's a well-crafted piece of art. And then he finishes up saying, there are so many games and it's diverse. People play all the sorts of games. I like this game. Someone else lies another. Woke people want all spaces to be theirs. So thank you very much, Spoon Ninja over on Locals, for your support.
Oh,
All right.
and really quickly, people are mentioning, new games and new products coming out. Guys, don't forget, September 24th, the 1984 feminist retelling comes out. Don't forget about that.
Can't wait for that. That'll
Yep.
be a great one.
Who didn't want a Julia George Orwell 1984 feminist retelling?
That'd be something you should read on stream.
I am going to read it and review it. I am.
Just the
It's
entirety of it.
ridiculous.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I love it. All right, great. Well, hey, Vara, please tell everybody where they can find you so we can get you to 200,000.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Vara Dark Titan Media. You can find me over on X at Vara_Dark. You can join my Discord server. Everything is linked in my, YouTube descriptions. But we have a really great community, and if you're not already a part of it, check it out. I'm always around. I make 2 to 3 videos a day, stream 20 hours a week, trying my best to create as much content as possible for you guys.
She's killing it. Obviously, links are down below in the description. You guys can find over there. And Vara will be joining us regularly every couple of weeks here on the show, which is awesome on Fridays. So welcome to the fun. Welcome to the family here, babe. The normal
I'm
men.
excited. Yeah.
Great. All right, awesome stuff. You guys can go subscribe to Blabs' channel down below. And of course, you can find the Side Scrollers Plays channel link down below. It's an entirely different channel that we're play video games. Once we're trying to get back to it on a regular basis. But also, of course, head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com, become a supporter, make today the day. If one of you guys goes over there and becomes a supporter, that will make my freaking weekend. With that said, we do have a weekend ahead. Go outside, touch some grass, get off the internet, go be a soccer coach, go kick the ball, go look at the sky. It's nice and blue. Just go live life. You're a normal man. Go do it. With that said, have a great rest of your weekend. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.